Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! It's the 6 o'clock and check-in. Come on, let's go. It's the AM Nasty Big Hello. It's the Coolbet Red Hot Nielson Show. Let's go. Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! Feliz Navidad lights. Everybody tuning in, even my wife.
Mommy likes too.
And those Macromala intros are cutting like a knife. Hey, it's Mitch texting in. He's your dealer for life. Let's crack a 6 o'clock and log in with some sirloin bites.
Joyeux Noël.
Feliz Navidad lights. Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Happy holidays.
Oh, happy holidays. It sounded like a Teef voice, the last part of that. What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Welcome to the show. Thank you very much for being here. Dustin Nielson, Lieutenant Eric with the YouTube Trav, kicking it over in the corner. We are coming at you from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studios on this wonderful Friday morning. What better way to spend the weekend than by going down on some of these delicious Popeyes wings, 5 flavors now available. Signature barbecue, our signature hot, the honey barbecue.
I'm surprised you get this correct as much as you do.
I know,
because it is
yeah.
a bit of a wordy.
Honey garlic, honey barbecue, signature hot,
ghost pepper.
garlic parm, ghost pepper.
Yeah.
5, and they're huge wings. That's how you start your weekend, right?
Get them all.
Get some Popeyes
Get 'em
wings.
all.
That new location on the West End, less than a month away from opening, which should be absolutely outstanding. Sailor says a private flight from the Anaheim airport to Toronto has popped up on flight trackers departing of 9 a.m. Pacific time. Otani is signing with the Jays today.
We're on plane watch.
Is that something that is that a thing? You guys, are you messing with me, Sailor? What's going on?
Savage has confirmed as well. It's a
What?
thing
Well,
on
where
Twitter
is it?
now,
Where are we
so,
seeing this? I won't believe it until I see it on Twitter.
Is there an account called Otani Jet?
Yeah. Where do we find
Where's Otani Jet?
and track this private flight? Holy smokes. Would that be something? Is Otani, or is he flying there to break their heart? Hey, I just landed. I just want to let you know I'm signing with the Dodgers. I'm turning around and flying home. That would suck the big one.
There's a guy on Twitter with about 5,000 followers. He says he covers political science, sometimes baseball. But he says a private flight from Anaheim Airport to Toronto, much like Sailor said, has popped up on flight trackers departing 9 a.m. Pacific. I don't want to go full Kauai here, but it isn't common to see such a flight between those two airports.
What? What is going on here?
A Bombardier Global 5000.
What? Not the Bombardier Global
Hey,
5000.
That's a signing jet, right?
I'm putting 3 eyes emojis on this retweet. Holy smokes.
Otani Jet. Somebody make Otani Jet. I need the Twitter account.
Is this guy messing with us?
I mean, after the Sid Sixero rant yesterday, who could say it's not happening?
Does
right? I mean,
anybody in this country-
that sealed it?
Does anybody in this country rant like Sid Sixero?
He's our voice. Voice
Unbelievable.
of a nation. Voice of a nation.
I put him on the Canadian Walk of Fame.
Yeah.
Next to Connor.
He won't be insufferable if this deal goes through, hey?
Oh,
Jesus.
God, yeah, that'll be a lot to handle right there. All right, so we'll track the flight, I guess. Is Otani flying to Toronto this morning as the biggest free agent in Major League Baseball history. Are the Jays actually going to? Oh my God, this is gonna be.
And do we go full Uncle Buck to Eric McNamara?
Yeah. Oh God, wouldn't that be something? Man, this would be the all-time burn if partway people are tracking the flight and it was one big hijinks and he turns and lands in New York City, signs with the Yankees after they got Soto already.
Taking off from Anaheim. Yeah, you just go down to LA or whatever.
Oh man, that would suck. All right, so it's full-blown Otani watch. We have that rolling today. Oh, I see you've tweeted out hashtag Otani Jet.
Otani Jet. I need the account. Somebody quick, make the account.
Oh man. Okay,
That's a
well,
great Friday
I mean,
watch
now with
here,
that
yeah.
being said, there could be somebody else who's super rich, who's flying from
That's
the West
happened.
Coast to
Yeah,
Toronto on
yeah.
a private jet today.
But as the political science major and baseball minor said, this doesn't normally happen between the
Why would
the two
some guy
airports.
that we've never heard of, who covers political science for the most part, make up a tweet about a private flight from the West Coast to Toronto?
Well,
Makes no sense.
what was it? A Mail Sport article yesterday from Great Britain. I mean, this is the soccer world colliding now.
Wait, what happened there? I didn't see this.
There's like a British publication, like Mail Sport. They usually cover like MAIL. They usually cover
Okay.
like soccer and cricket and hurling. But two guys on there, like Dan Hickenbotham and Tom Warwickshire, were like, I think the Jays are the front runners, and they just kind of, and then so people latched onto that and really like, well, if they're saying it on Mail Sport and
Wow.
in
Then there's
Luton,
gotta be something
yeah,
going on there.
Yeah, smoke there's fire type of thing.
All right, well, it's I'm going to be really pissed off if this is just Drake coming home. Like, that'll
That'd be a classic Drake move. Hey, departing the plane with that smile on.
Unless Drake is delivering Otani to the Toronto Blue Jays, at which point every bad thing I've ever said about Drake will immediately be taken back, outside of the fact that he still rolls into the Raptors dressing room after games like he's one of the players. That still just doesn't hit right with me.
Well, straight to the training facility, right? That's where Drake takes him first.
Yeah, well, yeah, obviously.
Chauffeurs
The
him around
OVO,
town.
the OVO
and-
Center or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. You can text us anytime. 780-218-9999. That'll get you inside the Paris Jewelers inbox, where 'tis the season to marry somebody or at least get engaged. I guess you can always bail on an engagement. It's greasy, but still, I mean, if your significant other has always wanted that holiday proposal, now would be the time. Go see our friends at PJ's. Paris Jewelers, 22 stores across Canada. Thinking of a holiday proposal? Paris Jewelers, great selection of engagement rings, including lab created. That lab got to be underground, right? Like that has to be an underground lab somewhere in a desert.
Even EM utility locating can't find it. It's too deep. Too deep.
Oh, that's a great tie-in. They've got those lab-created engagement rings starting at $34.99. Propose now, pay later. The flexible financing options do not pay for 1 year. How was Century? By the way, Patriots, Steelers, you're dead to me.
And Al Michaels.
31 points in the first half. Lick rust. Drive Henday. I mean, whatever we want to call it, like, that was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Who does Bailey Zappi think he is? Honestly, ruining a surefire under for everybody. I didn't even watch the second half. I was so pissed off about the first half. I was like, that's it.
Zappy should be watching more Trubisky tape. That. Now that's how you lose a game.
How in the hell did that happen? Holy
what?
smokes. We got to
All
follow up.
bad coming out of the casino last night.
What is this? A Christmas treat.
I promised we would open it on air.
Oh, my goodness. It says Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to the staff at Edmonton Sports Talk Radio.
Look at that.
Oh, my God.
Custom made envelope and
This is it.
Norma Jean. Norma Jean. She came through last night with a few cards. If you want any Christmas cards or just cards in general, birthdays, anniversaries, etc., hit up Norma Jean, Centric Casino Sports Bar and Lounge. She's usually there on the Mondays and the Thursdays, but if you want more information, get in contact with me, and I can put you in contact with her. Do you want to open this now?
Well, I will in a
Read it?
second, but, buddy, some Brad
Otani Jet?
Brad from Crossfield update on Otani Jet. This reply, it's from Parker Jackson on Twitter. Who knows? Otani has used the exact same model of jet from this flight in the past as well.
Well,
Oh, my God. You're going to get Otani. I'm going to pass out. I'm going to pass out.
Does it happen before the show's over?
Eric, slap me in the face.
Can you imagine Sobe's Liquor Beer of the Week. I mean, I know we're talking about the times he signs. When does this happen? When do we celebrate? When do we pop the champagne?
My gosh.
Should have brought your ski goggles. We could have all went in the hangout this morning, and just
Oh, that would've
Otani
been
jet.
absolutely incredible. Oh, my God. All right. So anyway, I think Loomis in the nasty chat says, is the text of the day the explanation of jet travel? Yeah. Where is Otani really flying?
Yeah, I mean,
because he's not flying to Toronto, right? Like, this is.
Come get your A&W. It's easy.
This will be a very memorable day. We get a
Yes.
Christmas card from Norma Jean.
Yeah.
The day after we dropped maybe our best episode ever of the Achy Breaky podcast. If you haven't checked it out yet, we broke down Chattahoochee by Alan Jackson,
How lewd.
who apparently is a huge pervert. Yeah, you're right. How
lewd indeed.
Anyway, I saw when you posted it, you put like explicit content.
Parental, don't.
Yeah, kids can't listen to Achy Breaky from yesterday.
Not this one.
I'm not even sure I let YouTube Trev listen to Achy Breaky from yesterday. Like it was vulgar.
It's an explainer, yeah.
All right, so here we go. This is a Christmas card. We got a Christmas card. We got 2 Christmas cards here by our little Christmas
make
tree
the
now.
pile, yeah.
All right, so this is from Norma Jean, who makes cards, right?
Yes,
This is her thing.
makes envelopes and
custom
cards.
made,
Yeah, custom made.
custom made
Yeah,
cards.
read it all,
Oh,
please.
This is beautiful.
Read it all.
I love it. Oh my goodness, unbelievable! Christmas wishes for you. May your hopes dance like snowflakes in the winter wind, decorating your world with beauty. May your dreams glitter like tinsel and illuminate all that you are and all that you hope to be.
That's an A&M nasty card right there. Wow.
May your world be filled with wonder, and may the magic of the season touch your heart in ways you never imagined. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Norma Jean. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to the staff at Edmonton Sports Talk. Oh, my goodness. Look at
Norma
this.
Jean.
Look
That's
at this
really
card.
nice.
This is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
That's what they say. You know, anybody can go out to a store and buy anything, right, and give it.
Yeah.
But this is, you
Well, it
can
always
tell
means more.
Yeah,
It always
exactly.
means
The hours
more.
of work put in. So thank you, Norma Jean.
Yeah,
That's
Norma
very
Jean,
nice.
that's great. Thank you very much,
that
Norma
there,
Jean.
yeah.
We appreciate that. All right, now I'm going to get back to
Otani
panicking
jet.
and
Otani jet.
hyperventilating
What's the latest?
about the Otani
Hit the
jet.
hashtag. Hit the hashtag. Otani jet.
Bones, don't you work at our airport? Can you not somehow get us like a radar of North America that we can follow?
The flight manifest, if you will. Hey, he's has access to that, right?
Yeah.
Get into the system. I don't know. How am I the only one with the hashtag Otani jet? Let's go, Otani jet.
I like this one. Otani sees the chatter prior to the flight, sees the microscope he'll be under, cancels the signing. There is just too much buzz about his flight up to Toronto, and he turns around and goes back the other way. Guys, both of my parents were engaged to other people before they became a couple. This was back in the early 50s, so it's nothing new. That's about the, you don't have to get married if you get engaged.
Oh,
thing.
Jesus.
What
does this have to do with Otani jet?
It would be great if you did get married to the person you get engaged to, and if you do it at Paris Jewelers. One of your text messages will win text of the day for A and Dub. We're going to go there. We've got a $20 gift card to A&W where they are dishing out at a ridiculous rate 2 Mama Burgers for $9.99 in the month of December. Why get 1 Mama Burger when you can get 2 for less than $10? It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, you got to pull the trigger on this thing. We will go there as we work our way through the weekend. Just use FlightAware, boys. Oh, my goodness. That's a thing, FlightAware?
What's the number here? Mode, code.
Jimmy says Otani's assistant will be on that flight to Toronto to send his regards while Otani signs with the Dodgers. Oh, Otani's sitting there signing with the Dodgers. His assistant is flying to Toronto to break the heart of Blue Jays management and Toronto fans around the world. Unbelievable. All right, so Otani private jet scenarios. Text them to us at 780-218-9999. Otani's assistant flying there. Oh, man. Otani sends his regards. As Game of
It'd be
Thrones.
a hell of a place.
The
sending your
Lannisters
jet.
send
Yeah,
their
yeah.
regards. Oh, imagine if his assistant steps off and slits the throat of Ross Atkins. It's just like, might as well. You miss out on Soto and Otani. If they don't get Otani today, this has gone the exact way we thought it would.
What
It's
a
like,
week.
oh, damn it. Like, my God. Somewhere Macramala's in full-blown panic mode right now. Christian says, this is the most tracked flight in North America airspace since Santa Claus, which is true. I mean,
Or Mike Babcock, I think, weren't we tracking one of his flights one of those times with that Leafs fans? That was a big thing, right? His jet was flying from somewhere.
RCN, this is just the Leafs bringing in Radko Gudas after missing out on Zadorov. Oh my God, that would be brutal. 780-218-9999 with your Otani jet flight scenarios. Hey guys, he's flying to Toronto to telling everyone that he's signing with the Yankees. You know, part of me would respect an all-time heel move here by Otani in the next 3 hours. You know, just it better be hilarious. If he's not signing with the Blue Jays, something better be hilarious.
I see it now.
You see the flight?
Yes.
You tracked it down.
I have it here.
You're tracking the flight right now.
On Flight Aware.
My God.
So from the Santa Ana, right, California, that's kind of where we're going here, the John Wayne Airport to Toronto Pearson. And it says expected to depart in 3 hours, 38 minutes.
So it's not leaving for 3 hours and 38 minutes.
So it says right now. I don't know if this
So
has been
it's
updated.
scheduled
Or, yeah.
okay, well, look.
9 a.m. Pacific.
9 a.m. Pacific. Otani could be in the air on the way to Toronto.
Yeah, so, okay.
Sailor says he just bought tickets for the Jays opener. He's a full-blown 12 right now. Let's freaking go. I mean, there would have to be an Otani song if that hits. That's for sure. Guys, what if Otani just has flyer miles that he needs to burn up before they expire at the end of the year? Oh, that would suck. It's kind of like when you try to hit like 25K or 50K status on Air Canada, and you're like 2 segments away from doing it. So you're like, you know what? I'm just gonna fly to Calgary and back. Just gonna fly down to Calgary and back, get the 2 segments, hit 50K, and then you're set up for the next calendar year.
It's like going around the Henday. Yeah,
yeah, it's just it. He's just killing time. Do the Raptors play at home tonight? Maybe Otani just wants to go watch the Raptors play.
Well, Charlotte tonight, so maybe.
They're in Charlotte?
Yeah.
Or they're home to Charlotte?
Yeah, I think in Charlotte.
Damn.
Yeah.
So he's not going to watch the Raptors. My goodness. Guys, he's flying to Halifax for an authentic East Coast donair.
Yeah, land in Toronto, drive.
Land in Toronto.
See the country, yeah.
See the country. Guys, Flight Radar 24 is better. Now we got this huge debate.
Well, I mean,
which Flight Radar is the best to creep on Otani.
I've seen where it is, where it's like how much more info.
Yeah, it's a great question. Should all Flight Radar play? Like, does one of them allow us to get like an in cockpit look? Like,
Like, what am
I like
missing
to
here?
imagine Otani flying himself out there. You know,
Yeah.
if Trev's
Now
buddy
that's a
can
move.
fly a
Yeah.
plane, you have to think if Otani can pitch and hit. I'm almost certain he can fly his own
It's
bloody
just a
plane.
Bombardier Global 5000 twin jet. Wouldn't that be something
gotta be
pulling
able
up
to
down
do
on the
that.
runway? Yeah, waving.
Otani's like, yeah, he's got the window open. He's doing like the Queen wave. Like,
Toronto, 3:54 p.m. Eastern time. So that's 4 Eastern, so 2 o'clock this afternoon.
he's
landing.
supposed to land around 2
so
o'clock.
maybe around 2 o'clock. Maybe you have more information. Or
My God.
yeah, this is gonna be in a day now. Hey,
My God.
you got the in-season tournament final tomorrow that you got to
don't
prepare
even
for.
don't even get me started on the in-season tournament final. I have not seen LeBron James play as well as he's played in this in-season tournament in like 3 years.
Man, when he gets 30, he'll be done.
This dude looks like he's in his bloody prime. He's in year 21. Like, he was ridiculous last night. I know it's a game day. We're going to get to the Oilers in a while. But the in-season tournament, man, I am fully invested. I want in-season tournament swag. I'm not kidding. If the Lakers win this title, I will have an in-season tournament hoodie champion. Even if they're not selling them, I'll go to that bloody kiosk at the mall and be like, can you please put in-season tournament champion on this plain black T-shirt or hoodie for me, please? $90. Are you nuts? But I'll get one. He looks like a freak right now. I mean, if you took any time to watch that basketball game last night, which I know many of you didn't, so Jasmine will appreciate this.
Yep.
LeBron looks insane right now. He hit a logo 3 yesterday for fun. He had 30 points in 23 minutes on 12 shots. The dude was insane.
8 assists, 5 boards.
He's coming for you, Tyrese Halliburton. He's coming for you.
133.89.
Yeah, he didn't even play in the fourth.
Hiya. Who?
They didn't need it. They're running a bunch of guys I didn't even know in the fourth quarter. It was, it's insane. He's in year 21. He is the greatest athlete of all time. He's in year 21, and he's doing this.
Pacers, baby, knocking off the Bucks and the Celtics. This is quite the run.
And they beat the 76ers in the
Yes,
in-season
yes,
tournament.
quite right.
So the Pacers are quite the run.
I'm
They've
loving
been beating all these teams.
It's a hell of a story.
But can they get by the greatest to ever do it? Like, it sounds ridiculous, but it just kind of looks like he's like, oh, man, I haven't won this, so I guess I'll go win this now.
Go get it.
Like, it's insane. Twice last night. I was watching the game downstairs. Twice last night. I went upstairs just to tell my wife how awesome he was. She's just shaking her head. She's upstairs.
And how did you go up the stairs?
Yeah, I came up the stairs like this. I walked in. I got this full-blown LeBron jersey and shorts I wear when I watch every game, right? So I come up and I'm like,
Mouth guard.
I'm like a 14-year-old kid when he's playing. So yeah, twice last night I went up the stairs. I was like, damn, he's playing better than I've seen him play in 5 years. She's just like, and she's like, why don't you just go watch him finally? Because I've never seen it in person. I was gonna go last year, and then he was out when we were down in Disneyland, so I had to sell my bloody ticket. I'm not lying. A very small part of me last night was like, I should fly to Vegas Saturday morning, go to the final, watch him torch the Pacers, fly home Sunday morning.
Win a table, right? Pay off the trip.
Yeah. I'll roll in. I'll put whatever the trip cost on black or red.
Win.
Whatever wins, I can either get the trip for free or I pay double. But I still get to see him, man. Like
Lance Kane, if LeBron is so great, why aren't we tracking his jet?
It's, you know what? It's probably LeBron's jet that Otani is taking. Let's be real. I love last night after the game because LeBron drew 3 charges in this game last night. At the age of 39 in year 21 in an in-season tournament, LeBron's out there drawing charges and then getting up and sprinting back down the floor. It was insane. Anyway, he was asked last night after the game, aren't you too old to be taking charges in an in-season tournament game? And he basically, his response was, not for that $500K. Like, dude's a billionaire, and he's like, I want this $500,000. Plus, the $500,000 would mean a lot to the lower roster players.
Yeah. Hey, let's build another school.
Anyway, just we're going to move along. Probably won't talk about this the rest of the day.
Otani jet.
But just watch this dude. He's insane. Yes, and Otani jet.
Somebody wants it on the screen.
Yeah, that would be good, actually.
But it hasn't even, it's not even like it's in
yeah,
the
it hasn't even taken off yet. But it would be great. We had Otani jet.
We're waiting for it to take off.
Woo! What a day.
Now.
Friday's going to be awesome, man. Let's lay out the show for you. We'll get into this.
Feel like a beer?
Man, I'll have a beer right now. I'll have a spice rum right now. I have a spice rum Diet Coke after we do Tales of the North. Time Scott Laurie comes in here, that's just going to be...
Sky!
I'm riding a high, man. Otani's on a jet to Toronto, possibly. LeBron dropped 30 in 23 minutes last night.
Soto, please.
Toying with the NBA right now. John Rahm's the only buzzkill around here.
Oh, yeah. That was during Lock Shop yesterday when that was all trickling out.
Yeah, we'll get to John Rahm as we work our way through. I don't want to blame a guy for taking $600 million, which I guess is equivalent of exactly what Otani's.
Well, it's no in-season tournament purse, but
no, of course not. But John Rahm, for the last 2 years, has been saying, "Live golf's not real golf." And they were offering him $400 million. He turned it down. He goes, "What would $400 million mean to me?" Like, he's been very anti. If he would have never said the things that he said and then took the bag and $600 million, I'd be like, "Well, good work, man." But you can't be out here all goody two shoes for the last 2 years saying, "I don't need the $400 million. It's not going to change my life. That's not real golf. A shotgun start in 3 rounds with no cut is not real golf." I'm not saying this. This is what John Rahm said in the last 18 months. And then they say, "Well, okay, well, can we change your opinion for $600 million?" And he's like, "Okay, yeah, I love LIV Golf." And now, when I first saw the news yesterday, I was very kind of surprised because they were merging anyway, right? The big story last year was they were going to merge, but apparently they only have until the end of this month to sign this deal, and it's not signed yet, and there's a bunch of U.S. regulatory issues that are popping up with it. So some people are viewing this as like LIV's almost like insurance policy or power play where they go, "Hey, if you don't get this merger done, John Rahm's coming with them." So, I mean, I'm disappointed in John Rahm. Congratulations on your $600 million in Saudi money.
Yes.
But, I mean, I just feel like it's an awful, awful turn when you've been, like, Rory leads the way in being anti-LIV, but John Rahm had some pretty hot takes over the last 18 months to all of a sudden flip the switch.
Sometimes when you're presented with fresh information, you can change an opinion on a matter, correct? It happens, right? You can be firmly believing in one thing, you get some information, you say, "Oh, okay," but or you get a big dump truck of money in this case, right? I don't know if you saw Max Homa's tweet.
I did not see Max Homa's tweet.
Imagine if Rahm announces this in a LIV Golf Letterman jacket. And what did Rahm do? He announced it wearing a LIV Golf Letterman jacket on Fox News. It was perfect. And it looked like he was being held hostage while doing it. Like, he's getting the money, and he looks so thrilled to be doing it, hey? Sail on, John.
Yeah. This one stings. PGA Tour will miss John Rahm.
You
I didn't think they missed anybody else.
Iwanic running around here.
Was he?
You couldn't believe it. It was like,
Was he angry? Was
you
he
know what I say?
furious?
Never meet your heroes. This was like a moment where like nothing made sense anymore.
Yeah.
If it's John Rahm.
The only thing worse than Rahm going heel turn would be Rory going heel turn. Like Rory is too deep into the anti-live take. If he was to flip now, it would be the biggest, surprising move in sports history. Outside of Otani getting on a bloody flight today to fly to Toronto, apparently. I do like the idea of us just sitting here, turned like this, watching this TV for Otani watch the entire show. We cancel all the guests. We don't do anything. We just sit here and talk about the flight and flights in general. I take lots of flights.
You were on a plane early in the week. That check takes a long time.
You think this is a coincidence?
Oh gosh, I have no idea. Honestly, I'm a pretty big Blue Jays fan, and I haven't spoken at all, talked about the Otani talk at all, just because I don't want to jinx it. But I'm really pumped right now. If that's the case, oh my gosh, that would be huge. That'd be a game changer. I don't want to get my hopes up, but yeah, that would be just unreal. I definitely think we should get that screen up, because just eye on it just after the show. It still hasn't moved, but
when he takes off, we'll have it on his monitor, because if I'm going to be sitting here doing Lock Shop on Oil Stream while he's on the bloody plane, I want to make sure I have. Tommy's going to be like, do we really need Otani watch during the oil stream? Yes, Tommy, we do.
Wait till Huss gets wind of this, eh?
Oh, my God. Guys, Otani is flying to Toronto on a Bombardier plane. Maybe he just wants to drive to the plane factory outside of Montreal just to thank the workers for their craftsmanship.
I like that.
Yeah. No, I respect that too.
Mark, hey boys, Otani's jet is a ruse. He's actually on a Greyhound bus to Vancouver to announce and sign with a new MLB franchise. West Coast, staying on the West.
Lance is in and says, has Toronto media asked Austin Matthews his opinion on Otani yet? They're celebrating a rare regulation win still from last night. And we'll get into that with Noodles as we work our way through the show this morning. Sailor says, can I fly out to EST headquarters and watch with you guys? I do like the idea of we're now tracking Sailor's plane. It's leaving the Hammer. Oh, he's over Regina on his way in. I guess it'd be up more of Saskatoon, but
William Mikespear just wants us on the air until we find out.
Look,
this is one of those emergency broadcasts,
We have, what time do we
kill the program?
Oil Stream goes until 1.
Yeah.
Tommy and I have a meeting here at the office at 1:30. If he lands at 2 or 2:15 and signs with the Jays, I'll go back on the air. We'll go back on. Emergency Otani show.
Otani Jet. Hashtag Otani Jet.
Hashtag Otani Jet, man. We'll see how this plays out. What a day. What a twist. What a twist to the show this morning. Let's lay out the show for you today. 6 o'clock hour is wide open. I did see somebody say they were looking for that birthday conch. Brandon from Windsor this morning looking for a birthday conch. We can do that for you, my man. Man, it's 6:30 already. Otani watch is just flying by.
Hashtag Otani Jet.
I had so many more things I wanted to get to, but we got Tales of the North coming up. We're going to get to a sports update here for Green Plan, so make sure you stick around for that. We got Tales of the North coming up. Lieutenant Eric's 12 Days of Christmas. We're Crack Pack Christmas continues for Wayne Sports Cards. Somebody was also in the chat or in the inbox this morning, old PJ's inbox there, Paris Jewelers inbox, asking if the EST hat trick sale was still on at Pro-Am, and yes, it is. Saw Jocelyn in there
she
yesterday.
Took full advantage, yeah.
That was great. The EST hat trick sale happening today in store at Pro-Am. All you have to do is go in and tell the boys you're here to take advantage of the EST hat trick sale. You'll get 40% off headwear, Oilers headwear. Whatever you can put on your head. I'd like to see somebody roll in and say, hey, Cookson boys, what do you think of this McDavid jersey wrapped around my head? 40% off. I'm wearing it on my head. No, we're talking like hats and toques and things like that. But 40% off headwear at Pro-Am today. They're not advertising this anywhere else. It's just with us. So let's do it. Let's go hammer Pro-Am today. 40% off. Just mentioned the EST hat trick sale. Normology says, this is all thanks to the Show Meet Otani.
Oh, yeah, right. Hey.
We actually launched Show Meet Otani before the Otani buzz even popped up.
Yeah.
That's a really good point.
Think of us, Sid 6-0.
All right, let's get to a sports update for Green Plan. Tales of the North, Lieutenant Eric's 12 Days of Christmas. I did something yesterday where I felt a little bit awkward after, so we'll get into that scenario here. We'll crack some packs. It's a great show. Great show. Don't go anywhere. Oh, yeah, and the Oilers play the Wild today, so we'll get into that.
First, though, to your Thursday nighter where the New England Patriots defeated the Pittsburgh Steelers 21-18. Pittsburgh dropping to 7-6. The Pats improved to 3-10. You can join me Monday at the Century Casino Sports Bar and Lounge for a doubleheader of action as the Giants take on the Packers while the Dolphins host the Titans. Loaded burgers on special and a free scoreboard with prizes on the line. On the ice last night, the Flames dropped the Hurricanes 3-2. Jets doubling up Colorado 4-2. Devils beat Seattle 2-1. Chicago shutting out the Ducks 1-0. Flyers snapping Arizona's 5-game win streak. 4-1 your final. Kings shutting out the Habs 4-0. While the Canucks, they defeat the Wild 2-0. Oilers look to make it 6 straight wins tonight when they welcome in the Wild. Tom Gazzola has your Oil Stream pre- and post-game shows. Coverage beginning at 5:30 right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. The NBA in-season tournament finals are set. Pacers over the Bucks 128-119 while the Lakers cruise past the Pelicans 133-89. Lakers host the Pacers tomorrow night in the final. The Raps visit the Hornets tonight, one of 13 games around the association. And back over to hockey, the Edmonton Oil Kings hit the ice tonight down in Medicine Hat to take on the Tigers in the first half of a home-and-home. The Clubs are back at Rogers Place tomorrow night, puck drop at 7 o'clock. The sports update brought to you by Green Plan, providing you with award-winning environmental planning and consulting services. Whether it's municipal, industrial, or residential, plan it right with Green Plan. Visit green-plan.com or give them a call, 780-455-4292.
Freezing winter temps going down tonight. You know what that means. The gloves are going on and the flow is steady. The water's about to freeze. Baby, it's ready. Out in the yard where the boards are up and the liner is down, I'm gonna make you such a special place, the best in our town. Baby, it's ready. Ooh, you and me just a floating in the dark, tossing our tukes and hitting it hard, make the smooth ice glow. Who needs a river when you got a rink? We're heating it up, just connect it to the sink and take it slow. Spraying the whole night through, feels so good to flirt with you. Winter's here for good, now you're playing hockey where there used to be a lawn. We worked all winter for the ice to be right, so get those blades on. Baby, it's ready. And it don't matter if you skate forever, 'cause we got all nights. Can't see anything, you don't gotta worry, we'll just turn on the lights. Baby, get ready. Ooh, you and me just a floating in the dark, tossing our tukes and hitting it hard, make the smooth ice glow. Who needs a river when you got
flooding in the dark on a Friday morning? You gotta love it. Dropped the first flood on our rink last night, buddy. And it's looking good. It's looking real nice. Usually, and maybe this is just because LeBron played so damn well last night. I was in a great mood. So after I came in, after putting the first flood down, and I said to my wife, I was like, hey, I said, I'm feeling really good about this first flood. Like in past years, especially like the first 2 years I did it, I had like 2 different liners and I had taped them together with like tuck tape, and I taped like both sides of it.
Really red
And
greening
I was just
it,
like,
you know?
damn,
Yeah,
is this going to leak? So I was super panicky about it. Then last year was the first year I kind of went to like a full-blown rink tarp, And at the beginning, I was like, man, I don't know if it's all staying. Like, I think there might be a leak in here somewhere, so I was panicking. Yesterday, it was confirmed. Like, I could tell it was staying. It was already sort of smoothing out. God, there's nothing like a fresh flood in the backyard rink. There just isn't.
Took a little snow, did the whole,
Yeah, after
LeBron,
that, Tammy looks out, and I'm outside flooding,
just yelling.
just my LeBron jersey and game used shorts. Just like, I don't know why she's married to me, man. Like, anyway, she must have not been able to find anybody better. Joke's on her, am I right? Yeah. All right, so the Otani jet has been, like, Dex text in.
I can't even tweet out Otani jet again. It won't let me. I've done it once.
It's been blocked.
That's it. Yeah.
Elon Musk will not have it. The private jet, the private plane itinerary from Anaheim has completely derailed my day. That's in from Dex.
Yeah,
like he's calling in. He's not going to be there today. Yeah.
This doesn't happen a lot in sports, especially when it happens to like a team that you care about or follow or whatever. So take this time and really, these opportunities don't come along every day. It's not every day we get a jet, and especially on a Friday show. I mean, a jet watch would be one thing on a Monday or a Wednesday or whatever, but this is a Friday.
Yeah. It's crazy. Rogers is in and says, or Sailor says, I saw the Steve Simmons article. I clicked on it last night. Then I remembered I don't really read much Steve Simmons, so I went to bed instead. So I didn't really dive into it. But Rogers is getting rid of the NHL rights to sign Otani. Check out the article from Steve Simmons, did in Toronto Sun. I think Rogers...
Well, it's not the Blue Jays. This is like even Nick Kyprios yesterday being like, I think Rogers... I think they can... this is a company buying the guy.
Rogers
this
has
isn't
the money
a team.
to do this. I mean, it's going to totally hammer Blue Jays ratings for sure.
Yeah.
So it would be a smart move there. I said it yesterday on the Lock Shop, and this is going to sound really weird to say in the current costume that I'm sitting here in, but if Rogers just at least has to split the NHL rights with TSN, there might be a trickle-down effect here somewhere where I actually get to call an NHL game eventually. Like other guys will be busy or having to call like national games, and they might be like, hey, we need you to call a regional game in Ottawa for a one-off. And I'll be like, damn it, I'll be there. You guys can track my jet.
That's why hashtag Otani jet means something for everybody.
Yeah, it does. Otani jet means a lot for everybody.
It affects us all, trickle down
very
in
much
a way. Yeah.
780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. Sebastian says, guys, can I get a little conch action opening day down here at Big White Ski Resort? Yeah, we can conch you for that. Why not? Hitting the slopes, right? Hitting the slopes?
Yeah.
Why not? Shred the gnar, man.
Carving a little pow.
Got to go to Big White.
You don't want to go to Small White.
Yeah.
You go to the big one.
We're on fire today. All right, let's get to the Tales of the North. The Oilers play the Minnesota. I don't know if you saw this. I retweeted it, so hopefully you did see it. Russo, who covers the Minnesota Wild last night. You see my tweet?
Yes.
He said they were looking gassed.
Well, yeah.
The Wild were looking gassed last night.
And what happened in the end? Shutout 2-zip.
By Casey DeSmith. Here's the deal. Oilers are winning tonight. I'll say it right now. They're winning tonight. The Wild come in tired. I know people say, oh, the Wild. Even you two, Trev, shaking his head over there. You worried about tonight, you two, Trev?
Yeah, I've never liked facing the Minnesota Wild. It just ever since I was a kid watching those games, it just they've seemed to just not forget how to play hockey. I don't know. Last season it was bad. The seasons before that it was bad. Minnesota, though, the Wild has just had the Oilers number for years, and I don't know.
Not tonight, my young friend.
I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see.
They've been rolling. The Oilers have been rolling. Minnesota played last night. If Russo says they look gassed, they probably look gassed. Now, maybe they were saving some of their juice last night for the Oilers tonight. Who knows? We'll see. But I don't know. I kind of like this spot for the Oilers. I tweeted it out last night right before I went to bed as I was taking a little bit of a celebratory lap on the Devils winning in regulation, especially after the under wasn't even close in the football game. I mean, those teams absolutely killed me last night. But yesterday, before I went to bed, the money line in regulation, Oilers to win in regulation was like minus 103, which I think is a pretty good play today. Let's just see where it's at right now. Oilers in reg, minus 106. So it is heading in that direction. I wouldn't be surprised if it's minus 110 to minus 115 by the time they get to puck drop. So you probably want to hop in on that now if you want to ride with us there. Pat Gregoire from Coolbet's coming up here just after 7 o'clock. Jamie McLennan I was working that Leafs-Sens game last night. He's going to join us at around 7:30 today for Pro-Am, where the sale is still on, the EST hat-trick sale, so make sure you swing by there.
Maybe ask them if they got any Otani Jays jerseys.
Well, they will. They will. I'm pretty sure if Otani signs with the Jays, there will be some sort of Jays sale at Pro-Am next week. I mean, that's just
Today?
It's natural.
Today?
What? Today?
Yeah.
My God. Calm down.
Put it past
Calm
the
down.
Cookson boys.
By the way, Jack is texting me. This is going to be tough. We have to have this chat with Awani. But people were going in there yesterday because they saw the one tweet with the EST, the sticker they gave away.
Yes.
And they're like, hey, can we get those stickers here? And they don't have any. So now we have to pry some of those stickers out of Maddie's hands right now.
He gives me a few to give out to the football nights, but that's it.
I know.
Not one more or one less. He's got those things under lock.
We should have
and key.
ordered more than 500 because those things are going fast.
I suppose we could just go in there right now, eh?
Sneaky boys. Sneaky boys. All right, let's get into Tales of the North. Then we got Lieutenant Eric's 12 Days of Christmas, a little crack pack here for Wayne Sports Cards as well.
What an hour.
It's been great. It's only, 43 minutes? It's only 43 minutes.
I guess so, yeah.
You can hit us up in the nasty. Are you with me on this one? I feel really good about the Oilers tonight. Do they come back and bite me in the butt here? What do you think? 780-218-9999 or hit us up in the nasty chat.
Breaking
as well.
news sounder? Do we have the breaking news? Play the breaking news. I don't know.
Wait, just a sec. On a day like this, you want me to play?
Sure,
You want me to play the
give me
breaking news sounder?
something,
That is a hell of a thing for you to say to me.
John Morosi, you might know him. He's not. He's not the poli-sci
Major
major.
League Baseball insider.
Exactly. Yeah. Tweeting out minutes ago. Source. He says, Shohei Otani's decision is imminent. Possibly, he says, as early as today.
This information comes
No
out
way.
while we're tracking Otani Jet. They're not actually
This
going to
is
get Shohei Otani, are
This is
they?
it.
We all have to do shotgun to the 6 o'clock or logger.
Well, if we get some.
Yeah.
Not
yeah,
again.
Everybody comes in here and be like, hey, I want to visit you guys. And then they sneakily go over to the fridge and take
And they're
whatever
like,
we have.
hey, okay, take her easy. Nice seeing you.
Okay, so, oh, wow.
Yeah, decision imminent. Possibly today.
I can't believe they'll get.
He did say today, not this morning, though. I'm reading between the lines.
Well,
here.
but the flight, he wouldn't even land in Toronto until 4 o'clock Eastern.
exactly, yeah.
So that is a today decision.
But do you want to bury that news on? What do they say? Don't bury the news on a Friday, like bad news. Like, well, we
this
have this
news,
good
you
news.
can't bury this news on a
late
Friday,
Friday, 4 o'clock, rolling in.
They could
the
announce
T-dot.
this at 3 o'clock on a Saturday morning.
Maybe they do it over like the flyover country in the States, right? Like he's going over Missouri or something, and he's in the jet, and they're like,
They should
Atkins
have
is
him
on there
fly
with him.
all across the country. Land in Edmonton, land in Calgary,
Touch
land
them
in
all.
Regina,
Touch
and
them all,
Saskatoon,
Shohei.
and Winnipeg.
Yeah,
It would
win
be
that.
great.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into Tales of the North here for the. This is going to be a really heartbreaking day if he does not sign with the Jays. Like, I can't get this adrenaline out of my system right now.
What else? Again, we put that to the text, but what else could this? It's
What
his
else could
jet.
be?
Why would he be going to drop?
The decision is imminent.
Yeah, imminent.
The
Possibly today.
flight is scheduled. It's the same plane he's taken in the past.
I don't know. Make it make sense, right? Like,
Woo! Woo! All right, let's get into it. Wow, this could be an all-timer here. All right, let's get into Tales of the North to get you set for the Oilers and the Minnesota Wild tonight. Here we go.
Who owns the North? Who owns the North? Show me! I saw Mummy kissing Caprizov.
Tonight in the North, the streaking Oil once again prepare for battle in the District of Ice against the Wildmen from the Land of Lakes. Weary from the road they may be after a battle on the mighty Pacific just the night before. Thy enemies' fatigue be damned, as the orange and blue continue to claim victim after victim in hopes of salvaging what was destined to be a championship campaign. The recent attack for the mighty Oil being led by Zach the Literate, author of children's lore, The Steady Hand, a relentless one, turning the trick of hats in front of thousands of admirers as Rod the Bod watched on and wept. His next challenge comes in the form of the Flower. He who is washed and now waits to be victimized by the Garlic Knight's merry men. These are the Tales of the North and may they be heard far and wide across this great land.
Hashtag Otani Jet.
Oh, our show is off the rails now, isn't it? I saw Mummy kissing
Kaprizov.
Dude, unbelievable.
Just going hard on him, eh?
Unbelievable.
Open mouth.
I saw Mummy French kissing Kirill Kaprizov.
Yes.
God.
6 o'clock hour, you know?
Oh, jeez. All right, so the Oilers play the Wild tonight.
Yeah.
Wild had been rolling. Maybe a hiccup last night or going back to normal. Who knows?
New coach bump gone.
We'll see. Once you lose the new coach bump, there's not a secondary coach bump.
Rebound off the bump, yeah.
It usually isn't the case. So that's something that you can look at. We're going to get to the 12 days of Christmas, crack some packs here from the Advent box at Wayne Sports Cards as well. So yesterday, I'm getting home. I can't remember where I was coming from. I guess just from work. Yeah, so I was getting home yesterday, and the Amazon guy was there delivering a package.
Oh.
And he was just walking onto the driveway, and I pulled in the driveway, so he stopped. He came over. He goes, Dustin? I said, yeah, Dustin. Didn't check my ID. I could have just pretended to be Dustin. But anyway.
Sure, yeah.
I said, yeah, of course. I'm pulling into a stranger's home just to take this Amazon package from you. So then I had a good, I don't know, I was just in a chatty mood. So he gives me the Amazon package. I was like, thanks. And then he walked over into the neighbor's driveway, and I was kind of walking up to the door, and I said, hey, man. I said, you always cover like the same neighborhood? How does the whole Amazon delivery game work? Like, I got into it with him a little bit. And he goes, well, I said, like, how many packages are you delivering in a day? Because, like, it always shows up so quickly and at any time of the day.
Should have got him on the Hangout.
Yeah, I should. You want to come in on the Hangout with Maddie Awanek
That's the
and
Hangout's
Tommy
for.
Gazzola?
I like that, yeah.
Hey, at least we know they'd arrive on time. Anyway.
It's not even 7 yet.
So he goes, I load up about 250 packages around 10:30 in the morning. And then he rolls out at 10:45, and he said he's just delivering packages.
I love it.
All day till like 9 or 10 at night, which I still thought is like, how do you deliver 240 packages in 10 hours?
Crafts out a plan, like a roadmap.
Yeah, it must be insane. I would hope that it's like there's a computer program that tells him this is your most efficient route.
No, I hope he does it with like pencil and paper. Like I drawing up
with
the
a
whole
map.
map. Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
That'd be a good idea. So anyway, I talked with him for a little bit. I said, oh, that's kind of neat, actually. And then when he left, I just said, Merry Christmas, sir. And I went in the house, but he never said Merry Christmas back. And I was like, is it too early to be dropping a Merry Christmas on an Amazon driver? Or is it weird that he didn't say Merry Christmas back? Should I have not dropped the Merry Christmas on this guy? What do you think? It was a great conversation.
People have been dropping stuff off here, and that's what we've been saying.
I know.
It's,
we've been saying
said it to Connor Hood yesterday when he left the Hangout.
Did you?
Actually. I said Merry Christmas, and he goes, yeah, I guess we can do that now.
We are saying that now because we probably, like, am I going to see the Amazon guy again? I did make a joke. I said, I guess I'm going to see you every day now. Right?
See you next year.
Yeah. Classic Amazon guy joke. So I don't know. Should I wasn't slighted, but I was like, he never said Merry Christmas back.
He never asked you what you did either. Like it seems like you were very interested in him, and he had no.
I mean, I still
business.
have the Edmonton Sports Talk lawn sign up, so he probably would know, I guess. But I don't. So when I left, I said that's on me. That was too early to be placing Merry Christmases on strangers, I guess.
It seems like you were really, into this conversation. He was maybe just.
Yeah, well, when I went inside, I said to my wife, I said, I just had a great conversation with the Amazon guy. And she's like, oh, cool.
Yeah, like
I don't know. I
think in your mind, you thought this was a bigger thing.
I was just so fired up because I knew LeBron was going to torch the Pelicans
yeah.
in the in-season tournament game last night, right? So
meanwhile, as this text points out, retail delivery guys must hate Christmas as he's right smack dab in the busy season. You're like, hey, man.
Under his breath, he's probably like, F you, sir.
How does this old job go?
Hey, so you're really busy, hey? Do you mind having more of a conversation with me?
You mean you go through that whole palette of Christmas orgies and pick up the brown? Yes, I do. It's fun.
He's just gonna get to the point where he just drives by our house and throws it out the window.
Yeah. To avoid another conversation.
That's gonna be it. This text is in. It says hashtag Amazon truck, as opposed to hashtag Otani jet.
I never knew you could just tweet out a hashtag once. Like, I'm not allowed to tweet out hashtag Otani jet again, even on another tweet. Like, I can't do it. So,
That's not true.
Oops, you've already posted that, it says.
Really?
Yeah. So maybe.
I schedule like the same 30 tweets every single morning.
I know. Yeah. Tweet out hashtag Otani jet and try doing it twice.
Good point on delivery people probably hating the holidays. Unless they love their job and they love the holidays because it's like more work,
Well, did you like the grocery store during the Christmas season?
Well, I did because it was a little festive in there.
I know. It was different. Yeah.
I didn't mind. It kept you a little bit busier. Merry Christmas, fellas, for the first time and not the last time this year, especially if I get to come pick up my Nasty Club swag before the holiday.
Yeah, come on down.
David the Essential, he's drinking some 6 o'clocker lager last night. We'll get an update on the 6 o'clocker lager today as well when Scott pops by. All right, 12 days of Christmas?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Let me bring
What
up
is this, day 4?
This is day 3, my man.
Okay.
Who are you, the
Oops.
delivery guy? Let's see here. All
This
right.
is day 3,
This
hey?
is day
I thought I
3.
did 3. Okay, fine.
This
I'm
is day
already
number
on like
3.
6 here. But,
People are loving it. People
yeah.
are loving it
Okay.
so far. Here we go. Lieutenant Eric's 12 Days of Christmas, day number 3.
On the first day of Christmas, EST gave to me a black sedan guy being creepy. On the second day of Christmas, EST gave to me 2 Tombstone Tuesdays and a black sedan guy being creepy. On the third day of Christmas, EST gave to me 3 spa dates, 2 Tombstone Tuesdays, and a black sedan guy being creepy.
Man, 'tis the season, our friends. 'Tis the season.
That was beautiful, Eric.
Thanks,
It really was, dude. You look. You
And when I did offer Trevor an opportunity to jump on for a duet, perhaps in days 8 or 9,
God.
or whatever. Right?
at least like
Still
for
thinking
what?
on
You got
that.
some Travel
Still
only
thinking,
ever
yeah.
hops in on the number 7.
Yeah, something
whatever
like that.
7
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
All right. Sailor says, on the third day of Christmas, the Blue Jays gave to me Shohei Otani.
Maybe do we put him on the map? Do we-
All across it. We'll draw the route. And we'll mark the date.
the flight path.
What a time to be alive, everybody. What a time to be alive. All right, hey, let's dive into this. It's Advent calendar time for Wayne's Sports Cards. SP Game Used came out this week. It released on Wednesday, dropped on Wednesday. I like saying when things are released, they dropped. Dropped on Wednesday. SP Game Used. You get that at Wayne's Sports Cards. It's a great... So Tam and the kids have been looking for presents for me. And Marshall keeps saying, well, just go to Wayne's. Wayne's always has what Daddy likes. And it's true. Wayne's always does have. Oh, here's my 8 right on the top. 8, buddy. December 8th. You can't find it? Did somebody steal your 8? Somebody came in, stole 2 6 o'clocker loggers, and day 8 in the Wayne's Advent calendar.
Jason.
Unbelievable. All right, let's see here. What do we got? Oh, I got a 2-packer.
Oh.
We got that Hockey Day, and then we got 21-22 Extended Series.
21-22 extended series as well with
Beautiful.
Johnny
John
T.
Tavares. He used to be a big deal in Toronto.
Well, who says stars don't
but
go to
not
Toronto,
anymore.
right? Who says stars don't go to Toronto?
Who says stars don't go to Toronto? I wonder if Otani wore Blue Jays PJs as a young child overseas. Vladar, David Kampf, Luke Kunin, Jeremy. Ooh, this is actually a nice one. I didn't know you could pull these out of this. This is a Jeremy Swayman
It's thick.
SPX finite rookie, numbered out of 29.99. But yeah, that's out of the Upper Deck Extended Series.
Very nice.
I've never pulled one of these out of Extended. Perfect.
Very nice.
Thomas Tatar, Tuukka Rask, and Caleb Jones, in case you were
Okay,
wondering.
you ready for this hot lineup here?
Okay, give it to
Sammy
me.
Blais, Ryan DeZingle, Sam Reinhart, Ian Cole, Freddie Anderson in a suit, which is pretty cool.
Actually, you know what, buddy? This is actually an insert. This is
That's
like
the- okay,
street
perfect.
clothes.
There you go.
Street clothes insert.
Mark Giordano, Derek Brassard,
Derek Brassard.
your boy there,
God, Derek Brassard era.
and an NHL All-Star 2 team, Mikko Rantanen.
Okay,
That's-
Mikko
is that a
Rantanen.
different-
Yeah, no,
that's a
yeah,
fresh
no,
look
the
there, yeah.
the suits here. That's actually a tough one to find. There we go. That's not a bad day there. We pulled some fine. And when I still got this, you know, I pulled a Quinn Hughes rookie auto out of this stuff one time.
Get out of here.
Yeah, it was. Oh no, that was out of a bonus pack, not the National Hockey Day pack. But anyway, let's see, Matty Beniers, Patrick Waugh legends, Cale
Slab
McCarr.
it.
I spent a good portion of my night last night watching Cale McCarr Brooks Bandits highlights. Came across Twitter. Did you see that video too?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Just unreal.
Just a beast. Kent Johnson. People want the Oilers to trade Broberg straight up for this guy. It's hilarious. You think the Blue Jackets are going to trade Kent Johnson for Philip Broberg? You're nuts. Dougie Gilmore and a checklist card. So once again, a couple nice hits there today, actually, out of the Advent calendar at Wayne's Sports Cards. And they've got a bunch of different Christmas boxes and mystery packages that you can go in and get, kind of surprise the loved ones for the holidays, which isn't too shabby. You got to get busy. I'm ahead of it a little bit this year. I'm ahead of the game on the Christmas shopping, except for my wife. She always says, "Oh, you're so hard to buy for." I'm not hard to buy for. This is a huge debate we have. She's really tough to buy for you. I said, "What are you talking about?" I like the same 6 style of plaid shirts and anything sports related. I'm not hard. Get me F1 stuff. Get me LeBron stuff. Get me anything, the Detroit Lions stuff, anything sports related. General CFL logoed apparel. I love taking that stuff. But then for her, I'm like, what am I supposed to get her? She's the tough one to shop for. I'm easy to shop for. You go to Wayne's, you go to Pro-Am. Yeah, you pop down to United, and yada, yada, yada. You got me covered for Christmas.
2 letters. Not even 2 words, 2 letters. PJ.
For me. For her. Our friends at PJ's.
You know what I'm talking about here.
You think I should propose to her again and not pay for a year?
Redo your nuptials. Isn't that what it is?
I
again?
think you have to wait 20 years.
Is that what it
to
is? Yeah.
Redo the nups.
You do it every year.
I think you probably have to wait 20 years on that one. Right? Who redoes the nuptials 10 years in? Like at 10 years, you're like, oh man, is this going to work? At 20 years, you're like, I'm stuck in this. There's no point in getting out. So, I mean, then you redo the nups. Dusty, do you mean Oilers PK legend Derek Brassard?
Yes.
Of course. Who else do you think we're talking about? Lance says, get the man an Otani jersey for Christmas. She should preemptively strike on the Otani swag for Christmas.
That's what I'm saying. I think the Cooksons really get ahead of this one.
You can get Otani jerseys
noon today. Before the Jets even landed. The Jets still in the air, and they're sending those things out.
Shane in a vac truck says, boys, I deliver flowers on the special days, Mother's Day, Christmas. And once I load the pickup truck, I take a few extra minutes to plan my route to not have to backtrack at all. No computer to plan for this guy. Good.
No, I hear you, man.
I like that. Take some responsibility in your planning, right? Let's go here. Sherwood Sheldon. Can I ask for my first ever conch for an old guy? Figuring out tech to listen and watch all the EST shows live in Texas. Sherwood Sheldon, flying to Omaha, Nebraska today. Track his plane too. Here's a fun game we could play. Get in the mix for text of the day. What does Otani watch on the flight to Toronto today?
Come on, you know what he's watching.
The map?
The map.
He's got to be, I mean, kind of got to be watching. He better tweet. If Otani somehow puts on social media that he's a map watcher, I mean, I'm dead.
And imagine the map in a Bombardier Global 5000 twin jet. I mean, that's one of those like interactive. You can like kind of.
100%. It's probably one of those little holograms that walks around you and says,
"You are in the map."
Otani, we are just south of Montana, or wherever you are, right? Yes. Like Nebraska, over top of Nebraska.
You'll be flying over a lot of states today. That's
Pat Gregoire is going to love this conversation. He's going to join us for Coolbet coming up here, where Huss 2 weeks ago told everybody to get on Otani at 25-1 to the Blue Jays, and now it's like even money. So Huss is probably up tracking the flight right. Huss is probably outside of his house in Winnipeg watching up to the sky to try to find the flight.
Eric McRamel is curled up somewhere in his bed, shivering and shaking.
All right, so we do have second hour looks like this. Pat Gregoire from Coolbet's going to join us. We'll get to your Coolbet hotline of the day. We got Jamie McLennan coming up just after 7:30. We'll get his thoughts on the Oilers and the Wild. I feel pretty darn confident in the Oilers tonight. Am I out to lunch on this one? What say you? Minnesota Wild looked tired apparently last night, getting shut out by the Vancouver Canucks. They flip a switch tonight against an Oilers team that seemed very aggressive as of late. We'll continue that conversation as we work our way throughout the day here, but Otani Jet Watch is on, and it's amazing. Let's get to a sports rewind with Lieutenant Eric, Pat Gregoire from Coolbet, to discuss how the NFL clearly rigged the Steelers and Patriots game last night to cover the total in the first bloody half.
We'll start with the Thursday nighter. Patriots defeating the Steelers 21-18 with the loss. Pittsburgh fall to 7-6. The Pats improving to 3-10. You can join me back at the Central Casino Sports Bar and Lounge Monday for a doubleheader of action as the Giants take on the Packers while the Dolphins entertain the Titans. Loaded burgers on special throughout the evening and a free square board with prizes on the line. NHL action last night. Kings blanking the Habs 4-0. Flyers snapping Arizona's 5-game winning streak 4-1 your final. Chicago shutting out Anaheim 1-0. Devils over Seattle 2-1. Jets double up the Avs 4-2 while the Flames defeat the Hurricanes 3-2. Canucks also shutting out the Wild 2-0 as the Oilers look to make it 6 straight wins tonight at home to that Minnesota Wild club. You can join Tom Gazzola at 5:30. He'll have your Oil Stream pre- and post-game shows live right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. The NBA in-season tournament finals are set. The Pacers defeat the Bucks 128-19, while the Lakers easily got past the Pelicans 133-89. It'll be the Lakers hosting the Pacers tomorrow in the finals. Raptors, they're visiting the Hornets tonight, one of 13 games around the NBA. And back over to hockey, Oil Kings hit the ice tonight down in Medicine Hat. It's the start of a home-and-home with the Tigers. The clubs are back at Rogers Place tomorrow night. Puck drop 7 o'clock. Sports update brought to you by Universal Rewind. Maintenance days aren't just for hockey players. Electric motors need that tender loving care as well. Contact Universal Rewind to have them properly maintain your motors. Choose experience, expertise, and quality. Choose Universal Rewind.
The Nielson Show featuring Lieutenant Eric. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk.
.03 on the Nielson Show. If you're listening at EdmontonSportsTalk.com or on the TuneIn app, you can text us anytime in the Paris Jewelers inbox, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. Of course, if you're watching on YouTube, you can hit us up in the nasty chat where Jack says, let's throw some Friday love at that like button, you nasties. Yes, perfect. Yeah. Hammer the thumbs up. We very much appreciate that. Jamie McLennan is going to join us sometime between 7:30 and 8. He's stepping up for Mike Johnson today. They both called that Sens Leafs game last night on the 2 different regional feeds, but I guess MJ essentially has lost his voice.
Down.
So Noodles is sliding in. He was going to be with us anyway because Mike joined us on Wednesday. But Jamie McLennan coming up here around 7:30 this morning. Local spin for United Sport and Cycle. I think we have a fun little discussion we're going to get into during the local spin today. So we'll go there. Coolbet hotline coming up a little bit later on. And, of course, you can text us 780-218-9999. And the texts are flying in like crazy. Assuming that these reports of a flight from Anaheim to Toronto being scheduled on a private jet that's similar to the ones that Otani has taken in the past. We're having some fun with that today. What is Otani watching as he flies from Anaheim to Toronto? We will get into that as we work our way through the show. Right now, though, Pat Gregoire joins us from Coolbet, and he is in Toronto, I'm assuming, heading to the airport later today. Patty, what do you think?
Yeah, boys, if we could make this quick, I got to head to Pearson. I've got a big welcome bag for Otani. I feel like it's Panda Watch from Anchorman right now, man.
Yeah, it is. You're right.
This is awesome. This is us sports fans are so unbelievably warped, but this is why it's so great. We'll go beyond belief. Like you guys are talking. Like I was walking the dog this morning. And you guys are talking about the flight aware. I had my own flight app looking to see, okay, where is he? Has he left yet? But no, this is awesome. And I don't know if you guys saw the tweet from John Morosi. He says like this could just like come at any moment. Like they're expecting as early as today. And I mean, it would make sense if he's flying in.
Why would he fly to Toronto, right? Like, yeah,
man. Yeah. Somebody suggested earlier it'd be hilarious, not for us, but it'd be a real all-time twist if he just sent his assistant to Toronto to say he's signing with the Dodgers. You know, that would be that would sting a little bit. There's no doubt about that.
I heard he's flying out to Toronto then to go to the Toronto Rock National Lacrosse League game this weekend.
Classic Hawkeye plug. I like that. That's good. It's funny because we've had. I mean, the texts have been just insane today. If you thought Pearson was an awful place to be most of the time, imagine it today if Otani is landing there. There'd be an absolute madhouse over there, which would be
Oh
very entertaining. So we did have somebody who just texted in and said, guys, for all of us non-baseballers, here we go. Let's get to this text. Boys, for those of us non-baseballers, can you explain in current days NHL teams what Otani coming to Toronto is like? And it's tough to do. I mean, he's a global superstar, and the National Hockey League just doesn't produce global superstars. But this is going to make people sick to their stomach. But this is Connor McDavid, even at a higher level, signing with the Leafs, or Sidney Crosby in his prime, coming off of an Art Ross and a Hart and a Stanley Cup with the Pittsburgh Penguins, signing with the Toronto Maple Leafs or the Montreal or whatever, like a Canadian guy going to a Canadian city who hasn't been there. But there's really no comparison here, right, Patty? Like, it's tough to do.
No, not at all. And it's if Connor McDavid every 6 days also popped in between the pipes and played goalie. I know
exactly.
with his
You're right.
injury elbow, there's a chance we may never see him pitch again. But I mean, all indications say that eventually they think it can get back up to strength, that he can do it. Maybe it's he becomes a relief, whatever. But the fact of the matter is that he was doing this. It just goes to show you what a player he is, what a unicorn. We haven't seen this in so many years. So, the fact that, and again, this is the narrative south of the border. I think it's now all gone because how close it sounds like he is to signing. But the fact that they didn't think that the Blue Jays would be able to offer the money that Shohei Otani would want, the fact that he wouldn't want to live in Canada, like these situations really don't make sense. And but I mean, he's a guy that's it's not like he's an American, like he's from Alabama.
Exactly.
He doesn't he's already moved across the pond. He's probably going to a city, potentially in Toronto, that is even more multicultural than LA. It's not going to be, like it just doesn't make sense. Like if he was to go to Chicago or to go, like these are cities that I think it would take longer for him to acclimatize than a city like Toronto would be. And then to the money thing, you want to check my cell phone, my cable, my internet bill. Rogers could afford Shohei Otani. Heck, they'll make his salary back in jersey sales alone. What this will do for this organization, if they're able to get it done, it's monumental. They're completely redesigning the stadium. They've already did their first phase. Phase 2 is going in next. Like there's pressure on this team to win, because it doesn't matter how sparkly the stadium is. When it comes to baseball in Toronto, it's not like the Toronto Maple Leafs where it doesn't matter the product on the ice. Fans are buying tickets. Fans are going. We've seen in years past, in some of the dark days for the Blue Jays, they're not coming in droves. Yeah, sure, the hardcore fans are. But when you saw the best attendances for this club, it's when the team's playing well.
Yeah.
And I think that's evidently clear that there is pressure on this organization to go out and get a guy like Shohei Otani. I tell you, man, if they fall flat on their face here and aren't able to get it done, like the PR could not be worse for this organization. Like this has to get done, man. This really has to get done.
There's been so many people for the last 3 or 4 days saying they are the front runner. And now, we have fun with this Otani.
Even male sport in England. I don't know if you saw that article, right? I mean, they're talking, right?
So it would at this point, it's almost like, I mean, I think I don't know if I would be surprised if he doesn't sign, because I know I'll be disappointed if he doesn't sign. But like, should I just still in reality be like, it was never going to happen? But it looks like it's so close that this one's really going to sting if this doesn't get announced and it happens.
And some of the reporters that do follow the team, like I saw yesterday a tweet, I forget who it was from, but it was like, if this doesn't get done, you got to give kudos to the Toronto Blue Jays for getting down and being one of the fun. It's like, no, please don't make that narrative already. Yeah. Like, who cares if you came in second? What are we going to hang a banner?
They almost liked you. You know what I mean? Like,
let's put a banner up at the Dome, and it's going to say, we almost signed Shohei Otani. I'll get that out of my face. John Morosi on MLB this morning apparently said, since his visit to Dunedin on Monday, the momentum has built for the Blue Jays. So again, I heard you guys talking about it on Lock Shop. Like, that facility, the amount of money that it used to be a dump, it's now beautiful. Like that goes into a lot of it, like especially for a guy that's recovering from an injury. The facilities are going to be a big thing for spring training leading up to spring training as well. I'm sure he's going to spend time down there if he does sign. So it turns out in sports, if you invest and you spend money and make things like world class, first class, it might actually pay off.
I like this idea. I might do the same thing. Top 10 pick in the Nasty Chat this morning says, I think I'm buying a Blue Jays Otani jersey just because, as a memory of what could have been, even if it doesn't have, right? Why do I have those Otani jerseys? Oh, well, remember back on December, I've actually put Otani watch on the back of the jersey just in case.
It's those championship teams that never were, right?
Yeah.
But, you make the merch, but
anyway, huge shout out to the guy who found the flight that could be Otani. Yeah. Because it means we don't have to talk about the Steelers and Patriots as much as we would have had to talk about the Steelers and Patriots. There was a part of me, and the Patriots did their part in the second half, but there was a part of me that thought that game was going to end at 31 points after they put up the 31 points in the first half. What a piss off that game ended up being last night. It ended up being a better football game than we all expected. But the New England Patriots somehow finding offense that they scored more points last night than they had in the last month. Where'd that come from?
It's great. It's crazy. I don't know. It's Zappe hour. Bailey Zappe actually looked like a quality quarterback for a second there. The thing that was unfortunate, it wasn't a good enough game where it's entertaining, but it wasn't bad enough of a game where it's entertaining. Like I would much prefer a gross, sloppy game where we're seeing fumbles, we're seeing pick sixes, we're
car crash.
Guys are exactly. That's
what
exactly
I wanted,
it. It was like, this game sucks, but it doesn't suck that much. So I don't know. It was really frustrating. I mean, if you're a Steelers fan, I get it. You've got Mitch Trubisky under center. Take that with a grain of salt. But the offense has been struggling all year long, even without Canada. As the offensive coordinator, it's still ugly, man. And I think if you're a Steelers fan, you cannot be thinking, that did a great number for them to make the playoffs. Now I know they're still only 7-6, still a big hill to climb. And depending on what happens this weekend with some of those other teams in the wild card or chasing them, like, the Bills, the Texans, like this thing's coming right down to the end, fellas. Like, I don't think we find out who's in the playoffs in the AFC until the last week. Like it's so close, but the Steelers, man, they're going to be kicking themselves at the end of the season for not getting it done against a very bad New England team.
Let's stick with the NFL because I know Jake from Coolbet's going to join Huss and I on the lock shop today. So as we look ahead to the NFL this weekend, Patty, let's start. We got a Bills fan over here. We got a Bills fan on the screen here as well. I said yesterday, I don't know where it was. Maybe it was on, I think it was after the lock shop. Maybe it was on Fantasy Football 5. Anyway, I said somewhere yesterday, like I kind of have this gut feeling that the Bills are going to win this football game. I don't know where.
Rappaport was saying it could be a blowout either way, or maybe it's kind of a weird one to cut.
So where do you come out on this, P. Greggy? What do you think about this Bills Chiefs game?
Well, I've always said it, like over the last couple of years, the Buffalo Bills were built to try to beat the Chiefs. They just forgot that there's other teams in the AFC that they haven't. That's why they've struggled against the Bengals every time they've gone up against the Bengals and some of these other teams that play, smash mouth football. But they can play the Chiefs game. And let's be honest, the Chiefs really don't have the offensive firepower that we've seen in years past. So if this Bills defense, again, so banged up, hanging up by paper mache, they've been pretty solid in the last couple of weeks. It's the offense has now started to come to life. I've been so cautiously optimistic for this Bills team since they fired Ken Dorsey, brought in Joe Brady. I really like what he's doing. I'm ready to get hurt again because I'm starting to believe again. But I just like outside of, the 8 seconds, the kick, the not squibbing, and could possibly beat the Chiefs in that playoff game, that a legendary playoff game. They've done well against the Chiefs. They go toe-to-toe with the Chiefs. They beat the Chiefs, in Arrowhead before. I think they can do it. I really do think they can do it. And what's the old saying? Hungry dogs run faster. Like this is, I don't know if it's must-win territory for the Buffalo Bills.
Darn close though, man.
In the hunt. We're in the hunt, baby.
We're in the hunt. Seeing them in the hunt in that graphic, it just gave me a little
But you
smile
can't.
on my face.
You mentioned the wild card picture. You can't be like when everything settles. You can't have this AFC wild card picture, can you? Like this is not. The Bills have to be in there.
God, no.
It's disgusting.
I mean, when you look at don't get me wrong. The Bills have shot themselves in the foot. The loss against, the loss against the Patriots. Even I know the Broncos are starting to heat up, no doubt. But that's an ugly, terrible loss. But you just look at the teams in front. Like I get it, Minshew mania. We love Minshew. Like the Colts can't still be there. The Texans, I'll accept that.
Yeah,
they're a great team
for sure.
I'll take CJ Stroud in the playoffs.
Yeah.
The Steelers are gross. The Broncos are awful. The Bengals, sure, okay. Jake Browning looked awesome in one game. Can he keep doing that? No. And I truly believe out of all those teams there, the Bills are better.
Yeah.
And even the Browns, like the Browns 7-5. Like is Joe Flacco going to take this team to the I think you should if you have to get a quarterback off the couch to play for you, you should not be allowed in the playoffs. Like you can't. If Florida State can go undefeated and win the conference and miss out the playoffs, well, then the Browns shouldn't be allowed to get into the playoffs with Joe Flacco as their quarterback. I'm sorry.
Where do you come out on the Eagles and Cowboys? Cowboys are a home favorite here against the 10-2 Eagles on Sunday night.
I can't believe in this Cowboys team, and I've been very, very hard on the Eagles this year, saying that that they haven't put a full effort together, and they've kind of skated by. And then the first real challenge, I shouldn't say first real challenge, that's not fair, but a tough opponent in the 49ers, and they fall flat on their face. I think the same could be said about this Cowboys team. Like they blow really, really good teams out. And they struggle against good teams. They barely beat the Seahawks. Mind you, they got it done. So for me, I'd be riding with the Eagles here. I think the health of Jalen Hurts is still concerning, but he's been hurt all season long. I just don't think the Cowboys are a good enough team to win in the clutch here against a good opponent. I think it's going to be a close game, but I just think the Eagles are going to find a way to win. We haven't really seen outside of that Seahawks win. When have the Cowboys had to win a close game? Just that game there, and they barely got it done.
Pat, before we let you go, for all of our Edmonton-based listeners, if you're not aware, Pat is a color analyst for the NLL games on TSN and around the league. And for the longest time, when the Rush were in Edmonton, we had their captain on for years on the show, Chris Corbeil. And we were asking the other day, somebody, we're like, hey, how's Corbeil doing? And somebody brought up a list. He's still like a top 10 defender in the NLL. So tell us, how is our buddy Chris Corbeil doing? Like, how's he doing now in his career?
I was looking forward to seeing Corbs this weekend. He's playing with the Toronto Rock now. He signed with the Rock last year, and then in training camp he got hurt. So he only played about 3-4 games last year. Played in the playoffs, and again, I was really looking forward to seeing him. And then boom, he's back on the IR. So he's not playing right now. It doesn't sound like it's a season-ending injury, possibly just a couple of weeks. So won't be able to see Corbs on the floor. Probably we'll see him in the press box. I'll say that all the EST. I'll say the fellas back in Edmonton say hi.
If you see him, if you see him, go up to him and say, "Hey, I just wanted to say the boys are still talking about your legendary performance in our Seinfeld draft." Amazing.
That's what it was. I knew it was a draft. I forgot which one. So yes,
he blew our mind, man. He was in the Seinfeld draft. We drafted the characters, and we each had to come up with a show script for the next day. And Corbeil, he had
a whole staff, lighting crew, and everything.
It was unbelievable stuff. So yeah, say hi to him for us, man.
I will for sure.
Yeah, have a good weekend.
Sure. Thanks, boys. And enjoy the hockey game tonight, and then enjoy all the football in the morning.
Hashtag Otani Jet.
Yeah, that's right.
Boys, I honestly, please. Yes. Hashtag Otani Jet. Please make this happen.
I know. All right, so there you go. That's Pat Gregoire from Coolbet. We'll get to your Coolbet hotline of the day here in a second. Lance says, we're talking football when it's Otani watch. This is ridiculous. Okay, so John Morosi.
Yes.
Jack, actually, from Pro-Am sent me this. He just won't leave us alone. Morosi, that is.
Okay.
The Blue Jays, this was at 7:03 this morning as Otani Jet Watch continues. The Blue Jays are one finalist for Shohei Otani as his decision approaches. I reported on MLB Network moments ago.
Yeah, he's got a little video tweeted. Morosi is milking this Otani watch, hey, this Otani jet. Like this morning he wakes up and he cracks his knuckles. He goes, time to play.
For all we know, Morosi booked the jet.
There you go.
The jet's a plant by Morosi to get the conversation going.
That's what I like.
Very clever, Major League Baseball and John Morosi.
Sneaky boy.
Guys, you got to get Corbeil back on the Edmonton ES. You know, especially if he's banged up right now. He's probably not doing anything else. I'll fire Corbs a text. Maybe we can get him on next week.
Get him in the Christmas
as
draft.
part of a Christmas miracle. Yeah. You know, that would be quite something.
When Tommy gets relegated, we can have him in for the next draft.
Yes, that is correct. All right, we are on full-blown Otani watch. There is a jet scheduled to leave Anaheim, a private jet to leave Anaheim and fly to Toronto today. And John Morosi saying the Blue Jays, he hasn't named any other finalists. Yeah. All Morosi said is, if this is
I'm gonna ask
so trending towards happening that if this doesn't happen, I will probably swear off baseball for 2 seasons.
Can you please name the other finalists?
Say, you coward.
The other finalists.
We want more finalists.
You coward.
You coward. The Blue Jays are one finalist for Shohei Otani as his decision approaches, as they reported on MLB Network moments ago. I'm dead.
The Morosi tweets one thing, but then the replies are
they good?
This is
What is happening right now?
He's having a day. You know, if anything, we had John Morosi's tweets this morning.
We always had Otani Watch Friday.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what, we had today. Oh, my God. Hyperventilating here. Somebody get me a paper bag. I've never done that. Like, into the paper bag.
Oh, you haven't?
No, I never have.
It's
no.
Very liberating.
Have you done it?
Yeah, I did it once when I was young.
Really?
Just as a test. I didn't need to do it. It was, well, no, but you're young. You're like, hey, I wonder if this is a thing.
Oh, man. All right. We're working our way through hour number 2 here. We do have Jamie McLennan. Nielsen Show uninterrupted. I mean, where else in the city are you going to get 3 straight hours of content every single morning? Here's your answer. Nowhere. So tell your friends about Edmonton Sports Talk and what we're churning out over here. We'll be live today until 1 o'clock, and then back with pre- and post-game tonight with Tommy Gazzola and YouTube Trev and Matt Cassian. Let's get into your Coolbet hotline of the day. Once again, as we told you yesterday, got to hammer the over in the Steelers-Patriots game because, of course, those 2 god-awful offenses are going to combine for 31 points in the first half of a football game. Ridiculous.
I think Pat Gregoire hit it well, though.
I was feeling really good about that under, man.
But I wanted the car. I wanted a. Again, we talked. I wanted a 2-0 game.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to just be the absolute sticker of stickers. I was very intrigued to watch that. But
TJ Watt's safety.
Yeah, like and
late in the game,
That's
a thrilling
it.
finish.
But I mean, it was a game. There were points scored.
Yeah.
You had a couple picks. I don't think you had that pick 6 that we were talking about.
It is a weird world to live in, where like I'm disappointed that the game wasn't garbage.
Right.
No,
Yeah,
it wasn't a good football game by any stretch of the
It
imagination.
was a football game.
But it at least ended up being relatively close to a real football game.
For the Steelers, though, to get embarrassed in prime time like that, I know it's a Thursday night or maybe a Monday or Sunday, but that hurts them. That cuts them deep. I know we were saying last night, like any other franchise, any other coach, maybe the performance that they put through or whatever, but this is Steelers football. You hang around, you be tough, but to get beaten by that Pats team last night,
I know.
like, and for them to put points up on you,
That
and they
hurts.
can't.
What do you say, Zappy hour?
Like that's you don't want. It's
You don't
not
want people
Zappy hour.
coming
Nobody's
up with a Zappy hour take?
You kidding me?
Come on,
If you're
man.
at the expense of Zappy hour.
Lance says, do you think in Japan they're having Otani watch? Well, considering he's one of the biggest superstars in that entire nation, I would think yes. There are probably news channels
Well, but it's
in Japan
Saturday,
that are covering this story.
Saturday morning, Friday night. They must be having.
Who knows?
Like, I don't know what time it is.
Nobody
Yeah.
knows. I mean, I don't know if they're behind us or ahead of us. I don't know how it works. They must be behind us.
11:26 p.m. Friday. So this is like they may be hitting. This will be like
It's
mid-morning
11:26
Saturday.
p.m. on Friday over there?
Yeah, in Tokyo right now. Yeah.
What? That's amazing.
Yeah, so it'd be Saturday in a half an hour. Isn't that neat?
They're
This is time travel.
So they're ahead of us.
So maybe if you go to Japan right now, you'd find out if Otani's
All
a
the
J.
way ahead of us. Oh, wow.
They already know. They're not having the watch. They're
if
having
you go to Japan right now, they already know where Otani's going. All right. Anyway, your Coolbet hotline of the day. We're going to the Oilers and Wild game tonight. I've been speaking rather highly of the Oilers this morning. And so Connor McDavid, I'm just going to play the regulation line that I mentioned earlier. That's going to be your official Coolbet hotline of the day today. Oilers in regulation tonight against the Minnesota Wild. That number right now, it was minus 103 last night when I tweeted it before I went to bed at like 11:30. It's now sitting at minus 109. It was minus 106, I think, at the beginning of the show. So it's minus 109 right now. It is moving in that direction, so I do suggest you hop on it. Oilers in reg against a Minnesota Wild team that played and was shut out last night. And Michael Rousseau saying last night they looked a little bit gassed. So maybe their new head coach gets them fired back up for this one. But I don't know. I like this spot a lot for the Oilers tonight. So if you want to just take them on the money line, minus 177. If you like them to win by 2, plus 138. A little bit of a juicy number there. I think for the Coolbet hotline of the day, though, we lock it in at minus 109. Player point trends are very interesting as well because the way that Connor McDavid is heated up. 2 games ago, we got Connor McDavid over 1.5 points at plus money. Connor McDavid over 1.5 points tonight is at minus 106. So still something that I'd probably sprinkle for sure. But let's get on the Oilers in that's interesting. I mean, even if they lost, McDavid could still have over 1.5 points. I just think they're in a really nice spot. I don't see a letdown coming here against Minnesota. Especially YouTube Trev made a point earlier today. You know, Minnesota does get up for the Oilers. The Oilers, the way they're playing right now, should know that and doubly get up.
Yeah, but
to play them tonight, you know?
Trev's still having Jacques Lemaire nightmares. Hey, like
from the Minnesota Wild days as a young child.
But I understand. I mean, that's yeah.
They've definitely got a lot more entertaining. Like Kaprizov's a beauty. Marco Rossi is a huge stud. He's going to be a crazy good player for them. He already is, and he's like this is his first full season. Boldy's a stud. So they got a lot of youth and exciting players coming up for them, which is good to see. But yeah, like growing up, it was just boring, just so boring to watch them play.
Silver Slugger 20 says Major League Baseball ain't gonna like their best player in Canada. Yeah, but they also like him being on the Angels and sucking the big one for the last 5 to 6 years or whatever it's been.
But I'm sure there will be a bit of a tense, gritted jaw if that, there'll be a few that are the grumblings. I think that's part of the fun of being a Jays fan too, is just subtly sticking it to people in the state. That's what this is. It's a flex. If they get him, it's a huge flex.
If
for the nation,
Canada gets Otani, there's a full-blown USA chant here on Edmonton Sports Talk.
Highest paid Rogers employee ever in the history of the company.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? I'm pretty. Strombolopoulos got a ton when they first got it right? Strombo. Yeah, he must have got
Strombo Otani.
yeah. Had to have got a ton. Had to have.
He sent his jet to pick him up.
All right, you can text us anytime, 780-218-9999. We are riding this Otani Jet Watch high today. You can text us and get your thoughts on that. Guys, if Otani comes to Toronto, will the Blue Jays be a two-nation team? Well, yeah, like Japan and Canada would be cheering for Otani.
And the States,
and the
since it's an American league, they'd be a 3-nation. Yeah. It's a tri-nation.
This one says the Jays are minus 110 to get Otani right now. And the odds makers in these situations are never wrong. Now, they're wrong sometimes. But in these future types things like this, they're not wrong very often.
Morosi still hasn't replied to my tweet.
Who is going to stick a dagger in our hearts today? Will it be the Giants or the Dodgers? Or the most Yankee move of all time?
Or the Mets?
Would be already having Soto.
It's the Mets.
And Judge.
Meet the Mets.
Please don't.
Shohei Otani and Mr. Met, arm in arm. Hey, wouldn't that be something?
Cannot
and
do
Gibbons
it.
Is there. It was the Gibbons. It was the Gibbons pull. Couldn't resist. Bench boss.
Pat Maroon's bib says, sprinkle on a McLeod goal tonight. Woo! Ooh. From the Schneid
to the heater.
To a heater. Here's a fun game via text message. What's the opposite of the Schneid? Right, like when you're on, we always say, he's on a heater. Why don't we come up with something better than just being on a heater?
on a physical thing.
Yeah,
like
like
on a
something
heater
like-
means you're hot. But
yeah.
what are you sitting on? You were on the schneid, off the schneid. What are you on?
So this guy, if he gets 3 in a row here. By the way, let's see here. We'll have to get him a cloud goal up over at. Oh no, that's points. Let's see. You're probably not up on the goals yet either. I don't think. Maybe a little bit later. Ryan McLeod to score tonight, plus 460. Sprinkle. Not me. I don't think he's gonna score 3 in a row, but have at her. Do it at Coolbet. When you sign up at Coolbet, use the code LOCKSHOP. You get a 100% deposit bonus on your initial deposit, up to 200 smackaroos. Jamie McLennan, I don't know if he was flying back. He could have just gone through Pearson this morning.
Ooh. We have a man on the scene.
What? Jamie McLennan is going to join us coming up. We've got a sports update for Park Mazda that we are going to get to, and the local spin for United Sport and Cycle. Kind of get ahead of it here. We're going to discuss today on the local spin, what is the best place in the city to watch a sporting event? And we can say the big boys. Like we can say Rogers, you can say Commonwealth, you can say Telus, you can say Claire Drake, but I also like the deep pulls. Like some of these minor hockey rinks, like for parents and stuff. Like, where's your best place to go enjoy watching a sporting event in this city? Savills, like, what do you got? Text us 780-218-9999. We'll get into that conversation as we work our way through the second half of the second hour on the show today. But let's get to a sports update for Park Mazda with Lieutenant Eric.
NFL Thursday nighter saw the Patriots defeat the Steelers 21-18. You can join me Monday back at the Centric Casino Sports Bar Lounge. It'll be a doubleheader as the Giants take on the Packers while the Dolphins host the Titans. Loaded burgers on special and a free scoreboard with prizes on the line. That's Monday night down at Centric Casino Sports Bar Lounge. Edmonton Oilers back in action tonight. Game 2 of a 6-game homestand. They'll look to stretch their win streak to 6 games against the Minnesota Wild. You can join Tom Gazzola. He'll have your Oil Stream pre- and post-game shows right here on Edmonton Sports Talk with coverage beginning at 5:30. The Wild in action last night, falling 2-0 out in Vancouver to the Canucks. We are firmly in Shohei Otani watch. Multiple reports this morning suggest that a jet might be leaving Anaheim and flying to Toronto. Nothing concrete on that front yet. Although John Morosi from MLB Network issuing a series of tweets this morning indicating the Jays are one finalist for Shohei Otani as his decision approaches. He would go on to add Shohei Otani's decision is imminent, possibly as early as today. Keep it locked on Edmonton Sports Talk for the latest throughout the day. NBA in-season tournament finals are set. It will be the Pacers taking on the Lakers tomorrow night. In the final, the Raptors will visit the Hornets tonight, one of 13 games around the NBA. Back over to hockey, the Oil Kings hit the ice tonight. They're at Medicine Hat to take on the Tigers in the first half at home and home. Clubs are back at Rogers Place tomorrow night, puck drop, 7 o'clock. Sports update for the great staff at Park Mazda and Mitch Lewicki. Mitch didn't mind loaning Shohei Otani his jet, just return it clean and gassed up. Park Mazda, you do it for life.
If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
I'm thinking of back.
Cross your heart, hope to die. Move your lips, tell another lie. If you're going to curse, choose your words wisely. Break out the dirt, show me your sins. I wanna know where you've been. And if you tell me first, we can do this quietly. Or we can do it loud. Or we can do it loud.
Waylon the Wolf. As Rahm texted in yesterday, lead singer Waylon the Wolf, get some more waters in there. For the boys, it's tough in there. All right, so we are going to we're going to catch up with Jamie McLennan at some point. What? Don't even. No.
Okay. You ready for this?
Oh, no, your look is not good.
What is this?
Montreal Alouettes have re-signed Darnell Sankey. Darnell Sankey. That's a
big signing, actually.
Yeah, it is a big signing. Yeah.
Dude, don't do that. Don't do that to us today. Man,
huge signing.
They
Justin
kept Lemon.
Dunk had it.
They signed Lemon, too.
Yeah, that
and Cody Fajardo.
That Sankey edition, I know we all talk Fajardo, but that Sankey edition late in the season, a masterclass by Machocha.
Well, and getting Lemon when they did, too.
Yep.
I mean, those are two.
Yep.
They don't win the Grey Cup without those two guys.
Yep.
So, smart move to get those two guys signed. Here we are on Otani Watch Day. And it was funny because first
CFL's
it broke
gotta
my
get in
heart,
there,
but then I also was like, oh, nice signing.
Good on
like,
the
Darnell
CFL.
Sankey's really good, yeah.
We talked about continuing the news cycle, to churn it up. Churn, baby, churn.
These are just steps. Like, Major League Baseball has Otani Watch on right now, and the CFL is like, oh, yeah? Well, Darnell Sankey's staying again, and he's locking in with the Montreal Alouettes. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Thanks to Justin Dunk.
Dunk breaking news.
You
All right.
ain't watching the Otani Jet, hey?
No, I mean, we'll find out. I'll touch base with Noodles here in a little bit. Let's dive into the local spin for United Sport and Cycle. We got a little gift certificate that we're going to give away here with some trivia as well. But I was asking, like, what is the best place? Where do you enjoy going most locally to watch sports? I don't care if it's hockey, if it's basketball, whatever it is. Where's the best place in this city to consume sports? And it's easy to say, Rogers Place, but sometimes the vibe in there is kind of dull. It's cavernous, right? And then Commonwealth, you're so far away from the field. I understand that. I do like going to watch a baseball game. I do like what we got going on down in the River Valley there.
It's pretty nice and
that's pretty high up there. Claire Drake on a Friday night against the Huskies. I mean, that moves the needle as well. But what is the best place in this city to actually consume sports? Let's get to some of your text messages on it for the local spin for United Sport and Cycle. They are your home for the holidays, no doubt about it. They've been Santa's workshop for over 95 years. Need something for an athlete or a sports fan on your Christmas list this year? You can get it at United Sport and Cycle, no doubt about it. Barry the Cheater says Remax is a nice little place. It is. I wish the concourse at Remax was just a little bit wider.
Oh, you don't like the...
just a little bit.
Nice
The two
tight.
parts,
it's like Fenway.
just a little bit wider. But I do really like going to ball games there.
Well, how about this? The Centric Casino Sports Bar and Lounge, Centric Casino Fort Road, where every day is game day. And you can join me Monday for a doubleheader of NFL action again, and loaded burger special as well, $11.99. That place, I'm telling you, as far as indoors goes, with the TV wrap in that sports bar,
that is a nice TV wrap. The full 2 walls, 3 walls.
The off-track betting, they were yelling last night, hooting and hollering. It was something. They're all Kramers, with the program. God. Yeah, doing the thing.
Guys, it's easy. Golden Bears hockey game at Claire Drake on a Friday night. That comes from Truck in the Park. D-Rex says, for minor football, I really like Jasper Place Bowl. Field built to the side of a hill. It's quaint and unique. That's it from D-Rex. I used to shoot high school football games.
That's a nice little place, I like
at
it.
the Jasper Place Bowl. Yeah, no, that's good. Hey, guys, River Cree is a fun place to watch hockey. You get to sit behind the glass at the bar. At the end of the first rink of the two, though the first one you walk in, they do have the glass window looking into the bar there. That's a nice one too.
Beef Nips with a Shanks Sports Bar, RIP. Love it.
Guys, it has to be the Shamrock Curling Club.
Aha.
That's in from
Sean
Jamoff
White.
this morning. Keep those rolling in.
Maybe it's EST Studios, with the Oilers and the luck we've been giving them here in watching, live watches here, right? It's the place to be.
That's what
people
would
are
work,
saying.
yeah.
Eh?
Guys, Thursday night Seniors League at the Plaza Bowl.
Does that come in from Hank?
I don't know who that
Hank
came
there?
in from.
Yeah.
No name on it. Oh, Crack Pack Rod.
Plaza Bowl's great.
Probably Stefanition, I would think. Guys, the Saville Center for Bears and Pandas basketball. Beers, cheapskate, talented athletes, great atmosphere. CIS Women's Final coming there this spring. It will be great. I got a real good taste of the Saville Center. I don't know, it must have been like 9 years ago. I think it was before we had kids. I did that FIBA women's basketball event there. And Saville Center that's a perfect facility.
Well, if you want to
university
taste,
basketball in Canada.
Doug McLean was in on the hangout the other day, and the Pandas. This is their not so much maybe for Golden Bears basketball, but Pandas basketball. This could be a year. So check out the Saville and some Pandas hoops.
Guys, the Edmonton Soccer Dome to watch some great youth football. Eric would love it there. Have you ever been to the Soccer Dome?
I don't think I've been to the Soccer Dome. I was years back on a north side facility watching, and there were four fields or pitches inside. Correct me if I'm wrong, but going to a soccer center and downing team pitchers, that is a good time. Even if you don't like soccer, you go, you sit up in the top like you do. You got the team pitchers at any sort of those places where you can go with the higher level and watch either an ice, like an indoor ice field court, whatever it is.
Yeah.
That's where it's at for me. The team pitcher game.
Penner's Pancake says, guys, the Silent Ice Center in Nisku is a beautiful facility. Hearing great things about that. Belsey was talking about trying to get the 6 o'clocker lager on tap at the bar/restaurant at that Silent Ice Center, which will be very cool if we can make that work. Guys, the glass window at the Thunderdome to see Argyle Arena. There's a good place to look at it. Randy Rosen in Sherwood Park is a decent rink to watch a hockey game at. You've got the bowl style with fans on each side, or hockey dad style, standing at either end. This text in says, yeah, when Dusty bailed on a Vegas trip with his newly ex-brother-in-law to call the FIBA tournament. That is true. I was supposed to go to Vegas with Troy to call that FIBA, but instead, I told him, I said, I can't not go. This is my first chance to call someone with TSN. I have to do this women's basketball tournament. And it ended up being amazing. Canada booked their ticket. It was incredible. It was a great experience.
How was Troy's
But
trip?
I was supposed to go to, it was a trip to Vegas with just me and Troy.
Oh, boy.
And Troy ended up having to go on his own to Vegas because I decided
how was it?
to call. I know. I mean, I'm sure he had a pretty
Yeah.
good time. I mean, what are you going to do? Go to Vegas and have a bad time? So he probably had a pretty good time. But
Troy,
yeah, I
fill
forgot.
me
I
in.
forgot that I bailed on him for that
I do
one.
love the idea of Troy in shorts walking around Vegas alone.
Yeah,
that was a trip I'd like to see.
Anyway,
fully documented.
The best place in Edmonton to watch sports. 780-218-9999. We do have a little contest here for the local spin for United Sport and Cycle. The question today is, what year did Claire Drake open? What year did Claire Drake Arena open? The arena itself. When did that facility open? Find that year. Text it to us at 780-218-9999. And you will go into the draw for a $50 gift certificate to United Sport and Cycle, your home for the holidays for over 95 years. What year did Claire Drake open? I'll say United Sport and Cycle had already been around for a little while before the Drake
interesting.
opened. So, yeah, 780-218-9999. All right, let's get into this for Pro-Am Sports. Jamie McLennan is ready to go. That sale continues at Pro-Am. It is the EST exclusive hat trick sale. You go into Pro-Am, you tell them you're there for the EST hat trick sale, you get 40% off of Oilers headwear. So swing on by today at Pro-Am Sports and get that done. And it was a great response yesterday. They're doing it again today. Today's the last day. They're not advertising this anywhere else. Just go in, say you're there for the EST hat trick, get your Christmas shopping done, and 40% off Oilers headwear. Noodles, did you come through Pearson today?
I did, yes. I just was there 20 minutes ago.
Did you see Otani anywhere?
I did not, but my understanding is all hell is breaking loose around here because we're talking like flight tractors.
Yes.
Like
we've been on it for an hour and a half.
Stuff.
Yeah, this
Okay,
is
so,
yeah.
I mean, you guys know, I don't know if you know this. I played in Japan at the end of my career. I played for the Nippon Paper Cranes. Like, I love Japan. There's a huge Japanese population, especially out west in the Lethbridge area where I played junior. Like, one of my best friends, two of them have Japanese descent. They got their passports. That's how I was able to go play with them in Japan. I have a soft spot for this whole situation. Obviously, the best player in baseball being available. All I keep thinking about is, what is that number going to look like? And what is the name of his dog? Have you guys heard this? Like, he won't tell people the name of his dog.
What?
So
that's weird.
I heard like he was walking his dog and somebody was like, "What's his name?" He's like, "None of your business," type of thing. Like it's like he's a very private person. So that's why I kind of think that Toronto might be a front runner because I mean, obviously the light will be shined on him in Toronto, but not like he doesn't like New York City. New York was out. Like maybe LA. Everyone keeps thinking the Dodgers, but that being said, I think Toronto has a huge chance of getting him, and that would be unbelievable.
It would be insane, man. And his flight has not left yet, but we got
No, they're still like checking it, clearing the wings. But Noodles, I mean, you basically have a hand in this whole thing if it comes to fruition, right? I mean, you are involved in some shape. Maybe the dog's name is Noodles.
Maybe he grew up watching you play in Japan.
Exactly.
Maybe, like, who knows? You don't even know. Like,
Yes, he needed to see the paper cranes play the Kashiro team. Like, you know what, or Oji. There was a team named Oji there, so maybe he watched me play one night 15, 20 years ago. Who knows?
So just quickly, I mean, we know baseball is massive in Japan. What was it like playing hockey over there? Like, what were the crowds like? What were the arenas like?
So it was a lot like, we'll call it East Coast League Junior as far as the rinks.
Okay.
But they would fill them. And like I say, I played on the northern island of Hokkaido in Nippon Paper Cranes, and it was about an hour flight north of Japan onto the island, and it was awesome. But have you ever? I don't know. You guys are probably too young for this. Do you remember a movie called Mr. Baseball with Tom?
Oh
Selleck?
yeah.
So that's what it's like. You get brought in as an import. You work for the company, but you just happen to play on the company hockey team. So some of my teammates, they worked in the Nippon factory in the summers and played hockey on the team in winter.
No way.
It was awesome. The culture, I loved it. At that time, like smoking, everyone smoked back then. So I do remember, I'll tell you one story. So there was 4 teams in Japan, 2 teams in Korea, and 1 in China. So we went to China, and the team was so bad that they were like, Noodles, you don't have to play. You don't even have to dress. So I just went down to the silk market and bought a bunch of True Religion jeans for like $4, you know? and I remember, so we ended up losing to China the first game, and they're like, okay, you got to play tomorrow night because we lost. It was so embarrassing. So I'm in the net, and I swear to God, I turn around, and the goal judge is smoking. He's got an ashtray on the dasher. He's like ashing out his dart. And there's like smoke all around. So it was very unique, but I loved it. Like, it was like, think of this, at the end of my career, you know, where are you going to go in this lifetime to get an opportunity to visit some of these countries and get paid to do it?
Yeah,
so
it's
it
true.
was,
And the jeans deal as well, I mean, was pretty sweet.
Where you can get True Religion jeans for $4. Unbelievable.
Honest to God, no, that was like $4 total. There was like 10 pairs.
What?
It was ridiculous. I'm not lying.
Value
And you're like at some point, like my ex-girlfriend came over, and she was buying like like Louis Vuitton bags for like $6, and like it was insane. And I had to buy an extra hockey bag and bring it back with me to Japan because we bought so much stuff. And honest to God, you're negotiating with this guy. I'm like, I just pay the full rate. Like, they wanted me to negotiate. I'm like, I will pay the $4. We're fine. Like, it was insane.
That's wild. God, what a great story, man. That's absolutely classic. All right, let's get to the game you worked last night. Let's start there. Leafs, it's been pointed out in our YouTube chat a bunch. The Leafs have trouble winning in regulation. But last night against Ottawa, break that one down for us. It looked like a decent push there at the end.
It was. If Joseph Woll didn't stand on his head, that was a goalie stolen game. He was first and second star. I think the shots ended up like 41-22. Ottawa was all over him. You know, even from the analytics standpoint, the high danger chances, not just slot shots, high danger chances were 16-5 for Ottawa.
Ooh,
That's
wow.
how good Joseph Woll was. And it's unfortunate because he ended up, leaving the game late in the game with an injury. I don't know if it was a hamstring, a groin, if it was his knee. He couldn't put weight on it. So they're panicking today in Toronto because this kid was pushing his way into being your number one goaltender. Samsonov hasn't been available. They've had Martin Jones up. That was Martin Jones' first game action. He's played 5 games in the minors for the Marlies. Outside of that, he's been with the big team. He went over to Sweden with them because they needed 3 goalies to go. So he's played 5 games, I guess now 6, in 6 games this season. So they're going to be relying on Martin Jones here for the foreseeable future until the MRI comes back on Joseph Woll. But, the Leafs are 13-6-4, and they still haven't played their best. Like, that was their 6th regulation win. They were outplayed really badly last night, but found a way to win. But, you don't argue with the win. I always say this, it's hard to criticize a win, but I'm sure they'll find a way to do it here in Toronto today.
Well, I was gonna say, like, what's the vibe on? Like, they're battling. They'll be in the wild card spot, and then they'll be back up. Where's the vibe on the overall season so far for them in the city with like the fan base and media?
You know what? The fan base is. I think at the start of the year, they were like, wake us up in the playoffs.
Okay.
We've seen this. They've rolled the 7 years in a row. They've rolled the band back. There wasn't much change. I think everyone thought there was going to be a slight drop-off because Brad Treliving said, I want this team to have a little bit more piss and vinegar, I think he said, or something like that, some spit. And so he signs Domi, he signs Ryan Reeves, he signs John Klingberg. And if you look at it, those guys haven't really kind of pushed through. Klingberg is now on Robida Island. I think he's done for the season. So I think now the fan base has kind of woken up and said, okay, this is going to be a dogfight. You look at that Atlantic, like Montreal isn't, just giving points away every night. Ottawa, now that last night was their 21st game. They haven't played a lot. They're a good team. Detroit has found another level. Buffalo is tough to play against. And then you throw in Tampa, Florida, Boston, and the Leafs. So it's not going to be a cakewalk. And outside of Boston, who did lose to Buffalo last night, they've been kind of the only team that's kind of been at the top. Everyone else has had these pockets of inconsistency. So I think the fan base is starting to wake it up to go, some moves have to be made here sooner than later to kind of stabilize this team, because you can't, just be winning in overtime or a shootout to get points there. They've got to find a way to get on a roll.
Jamie McLennan with us here on the show this morning, brought to you by Pro-Am Sports and their website, proamsports.ca. The Oilers get the Minnesota Wild tonight. Edmonton has obviously won 5 in a row. The Wild had been rolling. Shutout 2-0 last night. I know Michael Rousseau, who covers that team, was tweeting out they looked pretty gassed in the third period of that game. Now it's a quick turnaround to come in here and play an Oilers team that's firing all cylinders right now. What would you expect from the Oilers and the Wild tonight with how things are setting up? This seems like a nice spot for the Oilers to be in right now.
It does, and that's what scares me.
Okay.
Because this team, as we've seen this team in past, every time you think something's going to happen, the exact opposite happens with this group. And, I like the way they're playing. And 97, that spin-away move on Pesci the other night to set up Ekholm was all world. That was a ridiculous play. I hope the Oilers understand that, Minnesota gets shut out last night. They're probably not happy with their game. They know that the Oilers are firing in all cylinders. Minnesota's not just going to show up and expect to lose this game. They're going to push. So the Oilers have to have that consistency within the game. And I think they can do it. I like where everyone's at right now. You can see now guys aren't squeezing their sticks as much. Guys are skating. There's a lightness to this game. They look faster. That's the one thing. When they were struggling, they kind of looked slow and sluggish. Now, all of a sudden, they look faster because guys are playing faster, playing with a lot more confidence. I still like to see their power play kind of get to that level. It doesn't have to be what it did last year, but I would still like it to see be dominant. Did they have a power play the other night? I don't know.
They had one, but it was later in the game. Yeah, there was really nothing special teams wise in that game. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just, when I look at it, this isn't a game. It sets up that the Oilers should beat Minnesota, but you just got to be careful because, you're watching the schedule going, okay, yeah, they traveled. They lost an hour coming back to Alberta. But those are games when all of a sudden, you fall asleep early and you get behind. So they've got to have a good start like they've had in recent games.
Broberg was loaned to Bayco yesterday. Gleason called up. Do you think that's the best way to handle this Broberg situation right now? Just be like, go down there and just play 23 minutes for a couple of months. You know what I mean? Is that the best way to do this? Yeah.
I think so, just based on where he is. And I would put this back to you guys, and three of us can discuss. What is he as a player? I've watched the games. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, the answer is I don't know. That's the first thing I said. He's played 79 games. I have no idea what he is or what they want him to be, like what he's supposed to be, right? Like it's a mystery still. So, just play more.
I remember Randy Carlyle in Toronto saying, and it stuck with me years ago. He said, you never know what a defenseman is until he's played 300 games in the league, because there was this huge online petition, free Jake Gardiner. Jake Gardner's got to come up. And, it was a bunch of crazies that didn't allow the Maple Leafs to develop this kid in the minors. Gardner gets up, but you don't know. When I'm looking at Broberg, I don't know what he is as a player. Is he supposed to be a puck mover? Is he supposed to be physical? Is he supposed to be hard to play against? Like, he seems like a guy who has some ability, but hasn't found his plateau or niche at the NHL level. Well, I don't know. I understand the NHL, you're getting an opportunity. It's not a developmental league. So, we have seen Desharnais stabilize a little bit, which is good, because he was a guy, there was nights where he should have just taken his jersey off. It would have been better for the team. But I think he looks a lot more stable. I think the Paul Coffey effect, I think, has helped stabilize the guys a little bit, or at least they're just playing a lot more looser and a lot more confident. But Broberg, I don't mind him going down and getting some games. You're right, playing 23 minutes a night, playing in all scenarios. Maybe you'll figure out what he can be as a player and not try and force feed him into the lineup. That being said, they're still kind of thin back there on D with the Oilers. Like, they need all 6 guys playing well just to be, I think, an average D-core in the league.
Last one for you, Noodles. If Skinner plays well, are you okay running him for all 6 on this homestand, or do you find a game for Pickard somewhere in there?
I think you find a game for Pickard just for not that I think Skinner's been playing excellent. He looks in control. He feels good. I think just for the sake of, like, there's going to be a night where Skinner's off. So you either go, okay, he's going to play all 6, but a short leash maybe where he's getting tired or he has an off game. You get him out of there. But then does that affect his psyche? Does that affect his groove? You almost choose a team where you think that Pickard would have a game. I haven't tracked since early in the week what Campbell's been doing. I thought I read 4 goals on 30 shots.
It's been up and down there.
Yeah.
So
So I think you just leave him there and continue. But I think Skinner will get 5 of 6 for sure. But if you could find, remind me, is San Jose or one of these teams that they owe an ass kicking?
Chicago's coming in. They go Minnesota, Jersey, Chicago, Tampa, Florida.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Chicago, but the thing is, the Chicago, you can't sleep on them.
Yeah.
I was in the building when the Leafs played them, and they ended up beating them 4-1, and then the Leafs went to Chicago, and Chicago came back in that game. They're a sneaky team, but they'll find a way to get goals. But I still think you've got to find one game for Pickard just to give Skinner a night off for his mind and his body.
As always, Noodles, we appreciate you popping by. Classic story about those jeans overseas. That's nuts. What a time to be alive. That's incredible.
True religion.
Okay, I'm going to tell you this though quickly.
Okay.
I don't wear True Religion jeans anymore.
Okay. I didn't want to say anything. I was like, maybe he's still a huge True Religion guy. Like,
I'm not on White Avenue walking into some bar. True Religion, that would, I'd get my ass kicked right away. So I don't wear them. They were retired when I retired 15 years ago.
This is a safe place. We appreciate confessions on this show. So thank you for that, man. Have a good week, buddy. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, guys. Chat soon.
That's Jamie McLennan. Brought to you by Pro-Am Sports. The AM Nasty exclusive hat trick special continues. AM Nasty exclusive. It's for you listening or watching today. Oilers headwear, 40% off today, yesterday and today. Just mention the EST hat trick to the boys, and you will save the 40% off Oilers headwear. Pro-Am Sports is on the corner of St. Albert Trail, 128th Ave. It's close enough to an Arby's that you can smell the Arby's. It's perfect. It's 1 block north of the Yellowhead. You know what? I did have the Arbinator. I tried that Arbinator. Mm-hmm. Not like it comes across in the picture.
Well, the pictures, it's tough to.
I love Arby's. I'm not slagging Arby's, but the Arbinator didn't hit properly with me. The fries kind of were soggy. A great idea, but I just don't know if it's meant to be. I don't know if it's meant to be. Just give me the curly fries on the side and a roast beef sandwich with a little bit of Arby's sauce, and we're good to go. Sorry, I got distracted there. Anyway, this sale is awesome. And it's only for you.
John Morosi just tweeted out the Canadian flag.
No, he didn't.
He quote tweeted.
No, he didn't.
He quote tweeted his MLB Network appearance, saying in the last several days the Jays have certainly improved their standing. Then he quote tweeted that just with the Canadian flag emoji. He's having a day. Hey, this is as you said, it's perfectly plausible that the jet is his, and this is all a giant ruse.
I'm tweeting at him, break the signing, ... You coward.
He still hasn't answered me. I do like the idea, though, as Noodles pointed out when he was playing in Japan, that he worked for the company. Could you imagine Shohei Otani doing like home installs? Like you're a Rogers customer and he shows up at your door on an off day and he has to go in there and do some work? That's what I want. I want him full Rogers employee, not just the Jays. Full Rogers. Driving around in the van, setting up the cones.
That would be incredible.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
That would be incredible.
Everybody gets to touch him. Countrywide. Service calls. They're flying him out. He can take the jet.
This text and a tweet comes in. Dudes, I was able to pick up my 6 o'clocker lager from the St. Albert Sobeys yesterday. They had 4-packs left, but they only let me buy 2. 2 units per customer, they said. Is this an improved sanction by the leadership, i.e. you guys? Just asking. Slightly annoyed. No, but that's like we're almost out of it. So I can see why they would limit it.
Rationing.
I mean, you have to share.
You can't buy all the toilet paper.
Now, at some point, the second batch will be ready to roll. It's already sitting there brewing or whatever happens over there at Alley Cat. And then have a chat with Alley Cat today. Cam's actually coming by the offices this morning. And we're going to chat about making it hopefully a permanent thing. If they want to make it a permanent thing, we'll make it a permanent thing. Then you should be able to have 6 o'clocker lager anytime you want through the year of 2024. So fingers crossed that we can make that happen because people really want to get their hands on these beverages. Somebody else texted, hey, how'd that airport meeting go last week? And we'll just say this, no details. And it had nothing to do with Otani Jet Watch. But it was a positive meeting, and it could lead to some pretty exciting things in 2024.
Oh.
I'll just say that.
Wheels up.
Well,
that's what
actually,
they say in the airport biz when a plane takes off.
I've enrolled Trev in a pilot program, and he's going to learn how to fly a plane.
Living the dream, yeah.
Yeah, I'm technically a pilot now.
Yeah, well, because you have flown a plane recently, right? So
you've got your wings.
I took a left once, and maybe I know. Yeah.
You can do the
pilot.
safety check.
you can at least fly in a circle.
Yeah, I don't know about my rights, but yeah.
So that's good. All right, let's do this. We got busy third hour. We've got your orange and blue breakfast, Sobeys and Safeway Liquor. We'll get the absolute latest on what is going on with the 6 o'clocker lager. So we'll get into that. Oilers play the Wild tonight. Noodle said he's a little worried because you think like basically I'm the other guy. I'm like, oh no, this is a good spot for the Oilers. The Minnesota Wild lost last night. They look tired. I've been a huge homer for so long with this club. I like them tonight. And Noodle said, yeah, but when you're in a spot where you're like, oh yeah, this should be the one. They have broken your heart sometimes.
Hey, how did that undergo in the Thursday nighter last night, eh? All right. Well, not bad.
No comment.
Just an example of the situation.
Things don't always go your way.
That's why.
I mean, that's for sure. But I do like them tonight. I do like them tonight.
Yeah, how can you hate them?
You're not going to hate them.
You're going to
hate the spot tonight. I like the guy who rolled in to the nasty chat just like 5 minutes ago and was like, guys, there's a plane scheduled to fly. Like we haven't been freaking out about it since 6 o'clock this morning.
He detailed it all. John Morosi works for MLB.com, blah, 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 the tweets. I do want to get to this one. Scott Duguid. Add a pin to the map, boys. Listening live in Austerlitz train station in Paris. LTE headed to Barcelona to catch an FC Barcelona game. Brought 2 of these 6 o'clock lagers to share with my son. So we've gone over the pond now. The 6 o'clock lagers.
My God, it's international.
It's gone international, yeah.
The 6 o'clock lager's international.
Get it in a Stein or
what?
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
That brings a tear to my eye. That's nice.
My God. If Scott doesn't walk through that door with a flat of 6 o'clock lager today, I'm going to beat the crap out of him. Right here.
Simple as that.
Right in front of the desk.
You can watch it all.
Yeah. Nielson beats the crap out of Sobeys Liquor Redbeard for not delivering flat of 6 o'clock lager. I mean, you have to hold me to it if he comes in with
absolutely. Yeah.
I'm going to not be a man of my word. That's ridiculous. Richard says, hey, guys, what's the code for Pro-Am Sports again?
Good
Richard,
question.
It's not so much a code. It's you go in.
Password.
You go in. You have to knock 4 times. Yes. Knock, knock, knock,
Was
knock.
it 3 kisses on the cheek?
Yeah. And then Jack opens the door and says, good day, sir. Welcome to Pro-Am.
Well, he slides the thing first with his eyes.
Yeah. What are you here for? Are you here for the red or the white clam chowder? Oh, I can never remember that part. What are we doing here? Oh, yeah. Anyway, just go into Pro-Am and say you're there for the EST hat trick, and you will get 40% off Oilers headwear. If you would like to play Kind of Easy Trivia right now, you're going to text in 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. Let YouTube Trev know that you would like to play Kind of Easy Trivia today to get your hands on a gift certificate to Mr. Mike's Steakhouse Casual. All you have to do is text in 780-218-9999. Let us know that you want to play, and you will play Kind of Easy Trivia today. 3 questions too many coming up. Orange and Blue Breakfast. From Mobile One. We'll get into that to set the Oilers and Wild tonight, and then Sobe and Safer Liquor Beer of the Week as well. So we will get into that as we work our way through the show this morning. We have a real nice Friday show. A great day at Edmonton Sports Talk today. Let's get into a sports update right now for United Sport and Cycle.
The Edmonton Oilers back on the ice tonight. They look to make it 6 straight wins. Game 2 of a 6-game homestand against the Minnesota Wild. Tom Gazzola will have your Oil Stream pre- and post-game shows. Coverage begins at 5:30 right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. The Wild shut out last night in Vancouver 2-0 by the Canucks. We are map watching, plane watching, jet watching, nothing as of yet. John Morosi of MLB.com with multiple tweets this morning suggesting a decision might be made as early as today from the Shohei Otani camp, as reports indicate a private jet is set to leave Anaheim later this morning on way to Toronto this afternoon. Keep it locked to EdmontonSportsTalk.com for the latest. Patriots over the Steelers 21-18, kicking off Week 14 in the NFL. With the loss, Pittsburgh fall to 7-6. The Pats improved to 3-10. Sticking with football, the Alouettes have re-signed linebacker Darnell Sankey, according to multiple reports. The 29-year-old signed with the Owls in mid-September. That signing culminating into a Grey Cup championship. NBA in-season tournament finals are set. It'll be the Pacers visiting the Lakers tomorrow night. Raptors visit the Hornets tonight in one of 13 games. Back over to hockey. Oil Kings hit the ice tonight down in Medicine Hat. It's game 1 of a home-and-home with the Tigers. Clubs are back at Rogers Place tomorrow night, 7 o'clock puck drop. Sports update for United Sport and Cycle. Christmas has arrived at United Sport and Cycle. Need something for an athlete or sports fan on your list? United has been your Santa's workshop for over 95 years.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! It's the 6 o'clock and check-in. Come on, let's go. It's the AM Nasty Big Hello. It's the Coolbet Red Hot Nielson Show. Let's go. Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! Feliz Navidad lights. Everybody tuning in, even my wife.
Mommy likes too.
And those Macromala intros are cutting like a knife. Hey, it's Mitch texting in. He's your dealer for life. Let's crack a 6 o'clock and lager with some sirloin bites. Feliz Navidad lights.
We have an update.
Oh, I see. Are you talking to Sushi update?
You getting hungry?
Oh, mommy. So
I thought it
we
was
do have an
noodles
update.
this morning, but it was Kikuchi all
No,
along.
if I-
Like
this
it was
is- I
Kikuchi
mean,
all along.
This just gets better and better and better. Here's what's happening now. Otani Watch has turned into Sushi Watch. Boys, we're now on Sushi Watch. Apparently, Kikuchi reserved the whole top floor of a fancy sushi restaurant next to the Sky Dome for tonight. 50-plus people.
50-plus people.
It's happening.
That's not a birthday party.
This is happening,
That
you
ain't
guys.
no regular party, right? 50
You
plus.
think
that's-
Kikuchi is booking an entire floor of a sushi restaurant for 50-plus people if Otani's not signing with the Toronto Blue Jays? I'll say this. If Otani signs with the Jays, Monday morning on this show, I will eat sushi. I will let you
Monday
determine.
morning? Oh, gross.
Is it gross?
I mean, I don't know. We'll take you out for a nice sushi meal, maybe, eh? Like a fresh.
I wanted to do it on the show. Content,
gas station sushi. That's
I'll
how we're
take
going to celebrate
sushi.
Shohei Otani.
It doesn't matter. I'll eat sushi.
All right.
What's that? Sashimi. What's sushi?
Oh, man.
What's sushi?
You are going down some dark alleys here. I love it. This is... Sure, yeah, Monday, whatever you want.
Can I
seafood.
put soy sauce on it?
Yeah, you can. A little wasabi.
No.
You like the spice, don't you?
No, I saw Steve-O snort that once.
No.
No.
Well, I like this, yeah. If it gets you eating sushi or a sashimi, yeah, Otani in. Hashtag sushi jet.
You know, none of this is possible without our man Mooney.
Well, he's the original.
Munenori
the OG,
Kawasaki.
Yeah.
I mean, this is where it started.
He ran so Kikuchi could walk or whatever.
100%. Yeah. Kawasaki walked.
So Kikuchi could run, and now Otani's eating seafood
and
sushi
Otani can fly.
Reservation. Wow, what a morning. Wow. What's the next development? 780-218-9999. I mean, we got a long time before this plane even takes off.
Well, yeah, what happens
next? So what's the next, who? Where are they going for desserts?
Morosi's got the Canadian flag tweet.
Yep.
The plane, apparently, what time is it supposed to take off, Anthony?
Like 10-ish, I think.
Our 10-ish, our time. Yeah. And then
9 Pacific.
And now Kikuchi has this restaurant reserved.
50 plus.
A sushi restaurant, you guys.
A floor. He's got a floor. They don't just do... think of the business. They're not just going to reserve it for any sort of...
Oh, they're not going to allow somebody to take up an entire floor.
Woo! You eating sushi on Monday, that's just...
My heart is just pumping
as
right
it should
now.
be.
It's just pumping. All right. Yeah. Okay, Dusty eats gas station sushi. On Monday, we'll take him out for real sushi another day. So he says he'll eat gas station sushi
I just
on
think
Monday.
you need the real thing. I
Can I have Superstore sushi? Like, Superstore has that one little sushi counter, right? I can have Superstore sushi.
We're already talking about this. The plane hasn't even taken off. But if it does, yeah.
I'll say this. I like rice.
You bring in your own. How about that? Is that the good deal? Like, you can...
I'm
not
my own
supplying
sushi.
you. I don't want to, like... But you, yeah, you
can
go
I go
out
to the grocery store and buy frozen sushi and then we
do whatever
just
you
heat
want?
it up?
Yeah. Put it in the microwave.
Who's playing kind of easy trivia today?
We've got Big Uke.
Big Uke.
All right.
Great day. I
Get
wonder
me
if,
over the line on the crack pack. Thank you, Big Uke.
I wonder if Big Uke got in on Otani at 25-1.
Well, he's been going to Vegas back and forth over
Oh,
the
yeah.
last little while.
How's he even here?
Yeah.
Last time I saw Uke, he's like, I'm going to Vegas
Every
3 times
weekend.
in the next 30 days. I was like, how's that even possible?
He's living.
My goodness. All right, let's do a little kind of easy trivia today for Mr. Mike's Steakhouse Casual. I'm really rattled about this Otani news, man. I can't believe
the sushi Monday morning. That's what should be rattling.
God, Mr. Mike's Steakhouse Casual, the casualest place ever in the Hampton Inn on the corner of 137th Ave and Mark Messier Trail. Sirloin bites are to die for. I'm going to wash down the sushi with some sirloin bites. That's what I'm going to do, a chaser, a sirloin bites chaser. All right, let's go to Big Uke today. Big Uke, what's up, buddy?
My baseball juices are flowing, boys. I don't even know what to think right now.
Did you get on Otani at 25-1?
I may have sprinkled.
May have sprinkled. Oh, you sprinkling bastard. This is unbelievable. All right, I'll start the ticker after I read the first question. You need 3 of 5 correct, okay?
Sounds good.
All right, here we go. Question number 1. Who do the Oilers play tonight?
The Wild.
Did the Wild win last night?
Nope.
What sport does Bailey Zappi play?
Football.
Who did the Oilers send down to Bakersfield yesterday?
Broberg.
And who's going to be signing with the Blue Jays later this afternoon?
Shohei Otani!
Congratulations!
Ramos gets a nipple erection.
Oh, is that dirty?
This is not just a dream, it's a wet dream of orgasmic proportions.
Oh, is that dirty?
Frustration sets in and the emotion goes out, and then you just start playing by yourself.
Oh, is that dirty?
You cannot come to my house. No, not today.
You cannot come to my house. No, not today.
I think
what
your sushi thing is taken. I mean, I know,
man, I don't even know
it's
what's going on
to take a lot
today.
to kind of cloud the Otani hype, but I think you trying sushi on Monday morning might just be it. You'll have Sid Sixero talking about it by end of day today.
I'm going to have to try to find a way to back out of this thing. You can text us anytime, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. Cookson just sent me some pictures of me, like when you're announcing this Otani stuff. It's just I'm like he's like, this would just be a great day for everybody.
Well, and you got Lakers in-season tournament championship
Oh,
tomorrow.
God.
This is setting up for a weekend for you like no another.
Otani, after LeBron doing what he did last night and just destroying the NBA, he will deliver an in-season tournament championship. I'm calling it right now. Take that, Halliburton and the Pacers.
If Halliburton and the Pacers win, you also have to eat sashimi with the sushi. Double or nothing. We'll get you a seafood tower Monday morning.
Not
just
that
pick away
horrible
at it.
seafood tower we have at Serravalle. God, that was the grossest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, good sushi can't be beat. That comes in for medium, but bad sushi can't beat you. Wait.
Nash says, breaking. This just in from Toronto Adventure Tours. A CN Tower elevator ride has been booked for a single person of foreign descent at 9 p.m. Mountain Time this evening. What? God. This is great. Nash, that's a good one. Text that in. That could be text of the day, 780-218-9999.
Like this could be bigger than the Bills playing a game there, hey?
Well, they did have Corey Mace.
I know.
Naylor laid out yesterday, so that's good. Yes, you can text us anytime. Paris Jewelers inbox. Propose now. Pay later with their flexible financing options. Do not pay for 1 year. 22 stores across Canada. Go see our friends at PJ's, and they'll take care of you for the holidays with Paris Jewelers. Text of the day today will win that gift certificate to A&W. $20 gift card to A&W. Get yourself 2 Mama Burgers right now for less than $10. All right, let's get into 3 questions too many for the great staff at Park Mazda. This is going to come across as a horrible thing to say in this market right now, but I really don't care about the Oilers Wild game right now.
Well,
I mean, I'm fully focused. My brain is 95% on Otani right now.
But it has to be the Wild, hey? Like,
I
even
know.
if Bedard's rolling in here tonight, you're like, okay, well, there's Bedard. There's something like the Wild. The Wild.
I know, the Wild.
They're just the most boringest of boring NHL. Like,
yeah, it's a bit of a buzzkill. But, I mean, we got your Orange and Blue breakfast coming up here, and then Sobeys Safe for Liquor Beer of the Week. I wonder if there's anybody we can cheers today. The final nail in the coffin. EST does a Sobeys Beer of the Week cheers to Shohei Otani.
Or maybe Corey the Butcher from Acme Meats and doing the Show Meat Otani.
Show
which,
Meat
which,
Otani.
as some people are saying, that gets the ball rolling. You can have your Kikuchis, you can have your Munenori Kawasaki,
Your
you can have
sushis,
everybody
your
else,
flights.
your Sid Sixeros and everything. Show Meat Otani. That's where it all. That's ground zero.
I think we'll always remember that's where the conversation changed. Once Otani found out that there was people in Canada using meat to make a carbon copy clone of them, then that's when it started.
I think the phrase you're looking for is from doubters to believers.
That's a very good phrase. Do you have a Twitter? Do you have a liner here for 3 questions too many?
Yes, I do. It's 3 questions too many, brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda, including dealer principal Mitch Lewicki, who's very excited to see Dustin Nielson eat sushi off a naked Lieutenant Eric Monday morning. Park Mazda, your dealer. For
No chance.
There's always a chance. You can have those things. I can come in, you can lay me down, you can have the sushi, not a sushi tower, but a sushi plane, over, and you can kind of pick off as we... I'll still do the sports updates.
You're laying here on the desk here, Scott, turn your head in the sports
update.
Yeah.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life.
Too good. The Naj is in on the Nasty Chat and says, I'm not a fan of sushi. I once fixed the computer of the owner of a top sushi restaurant in Montreal.
Don't.
The owner invited me for supper with him and his other staff, and I had to sit there and eat sushi. That's like when I first started courting, I guess. It was our courting stage. I was dating Tam.
Destig on a courting.
She used to like... She's like, I used to go for donairs all the time, and she used to go for sushi all the time. Mm-hmm. Now we don't do that anymore. Mostly because, she
Wait a minute.
like when I crush donairs all the time.
She'd get sushi, you get it, and you.
No. But I would go with her.
Oh.
She would
so
never
you would eat, or you just sit there and watch her eat?
No, I would. What I would always do is I'd try to find like a teriyaki meat on the order.
Cheeseburger.
Yeah.
American hot dog.
You know what's funny? There was a restaurant in Crabber growing up called Top 4, and it was like a Chinese food restaurant.
Yeah.
And we would always go there, like the whole family, like my grandparents, my cousins, and we'd go there for Chinese food. I guess it was unreal. But I always had, and they probably closed when I was like 7 or 8, but I always only ever had a burger and fries. Like the rest of the family would have the Chinese food, and I would have a burger and fries. And I would still, if I went to a place where they had burgers and fries, and it was a Chinese food place or a sushi place or whatever, I would order the burger and fries.
Yeah, I'm
Anyway, I'm lame.
Color me shocked.
That's why it'd be so huge for me to eat sushi on the show.
You're like the Minnesota
on Monday.
Wild in human form with your eating habits. Like it's just.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Do you have a Twitter account?
Yeah, I do. It's at Lieutenant_Eric, hashtag Otani Jet, Sushi Jet, and Pro-Am Sports as well, at Pro-Am Sports. They've tweeted out a nice montage of your reactions throughout the morning.
Oh, did they tweet that out?
It's actually really nice. There's a few pictures of them, and it's,
Yeah.
it's kind of like a flip book.
Otani, this has been quite the scene this morning, man.
Sushi Jet. Yeah, this is.
Yeah.
It's taking off, as you can say, but we didn't.
Otani watch, yeah.
We just kind of got in this morning. This is how to.
Yeah, this one might not be the best look.
Just melting like a candle. Hey,
Daddy lies. All right, question number 1. Guys, how do you see Broberg working his way back up to the oil?
Hard work, patience, and a give it hell attitude.
Oh, those are 3 really good answers.
And the agent to just, maybe
I was gonna say that's like
go on a vacation. Take a two month vacation, maybe.
Gager had a great take on 2 guys and a goal yesterday. Another one of the various entertaining programs that we have live here at Edmonton.
And that
Sports
was a
Talk.
real good take.
Well, he's right. I mean, you're Broberg, and you're sitting here, and you've watched this team kind of turn things around, and now, as Gager said, you're getting all poopy pants.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to be honest with you, at this point, I don't care when he works his way back here. It will probably come due to injury, but right now, Gleason would be the guy who gets to immediately step in if there's an injury in the back end, and Broberg's lack of patience and now causing a little bit of a uproar here has taken him off the next up list. So go down, play well in the American Hockey League. Next time you get a chance, take advantage of it. And if you don't complain about it, I guess. So
Red says, "Who cares about Broberg? This whole show needs Otani watch." Well,
exactly.
And he did this on Otani watch week too. Like he couldn't have picked a worse week. Oilers are heating up. Otani watch.
How lewd?
You want to try to? Yeah, very. Yes.
Question number 2. Guys, I've decided this is a good one. And I don't know if this comes in from a man or a woman, but I've decided to treat my 6 o'clocker loggers like Elaine used to treat sponges back in the day. Do you guys agree with the strategy?
Yeah. Who or what is logger worthy, I guess, in your
Exactly.
sports viewing. Yeah. I guess today
Are
with
you
Otani and the
Conch-worthy?
Oilers,
Yeah.
that's you're taking down a unit. I think a 4 would be worthy today. You use a 4-pack for today, maybe 2 4-packs.
But this is a really good. These are tough to find. So if you're going to have one with your buddy, I think you sit down. It's a full-blown 30-minute interview process to determine if he is actually 6 o'clocker logger worth.
Yeah, and like Wonderlic type questions, like really like kind of Rorschach, like
Well, yeah, you don't want to give these to a stupid idiot.
If you,
that was a classic episode. Remember that guy? He's like, no, the sideburns, they're gone. And that was peak Elaine too. Elaine was really cooking those seasons there. Yeah,
Todd Gack.
That was really good. Dusty in a 5-star sushi restaurant. Can I order the chicken tenders from the kids menu? Well, it's not much of a stretch, boys. I'm not even going to lie.
In your defense, the tender's are usually a good deal, too.
Who's here?
Someone's here. Someone's
here.
here.
He's got a flat.
Look at that.
Wow. Now I don't have to beat the hell out of you. That's great. Scott Laurie's delivered. We got a flat at the 6 o'clocker loggers
Some
here.
people were taking Laurie, actually, in that.
Yeah, I saw somebody.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody said, I think I got my money on Scott Laurie.
Coolbet.
And they asked for the odds at Coolbet. I'm going to text Jake and Pat right now and be like, hey, can you get odds on me and Scott fist fighting during Beer of the Week?
You'll come to a decision, Trevor and I holding up the placards.
All right, question number 3. Boys, when was the last time we went through something like Otani Watch?
Well, it's unprecedented, eh? I mean, again, as far as Toronto goes and being at the center of the universe and the center of the country, this is like Bills-esque. Because when that was happening, that was just it was gonna destroy the CFL. The NFL was gonna be up here. It was gonna be a big thing, and we'd be all focused on Toronto, and it's the Bills, and it's everything. That was huge. That was a huge time in the national psyche. So I don't know whatever Toronto-based thing you want to kind of relate this to, but
this is really bad. But remember when the Oilers were in on Danny Heatley?
Oh.
Remember the Danny Heatley thing? And
somebody said there's
the video and
Toronto missing out on Zadorov could be like that's your.
Oh my God!
That was a big week.
You're gonna puke. That's ridiculous. I don't know. Like, this is my favorite team, and this would be like the Lions getting Patrick Mahomes, even though Jared Goff beat Patrick Mahomes earlier this year. But this would be this is
business.
I don't have many favorite teams anymore. Right? Like I grew up a hardcore Habs fan, but once you start covering the NHL, your fandom kind of gets sucked away. So I'm a huge fan of wherever LeBron is, And last night he happened to be dropping 30 in 23 minutes on 12 shots. And the Lions and the Blue Jays. And that's it. So this is the biggest free agent in Major League Baseball history possibly choosing my team. I don't remember another time like this.
He's a global brand. Choosing your the Kawhi Leonard might be a good, but that's
but Kawhi was a trade.
No,
And,
but look at the sport, and he's an American, and it's more like continent based. This is a guy coming from this is a global thing, and what Rogers again, it's not the Jays. He's Rogers.
Yeah,
Rogers is pursuing him. That's basically what this is. And as I said, I wouldn't be surprised if he's out there doing home installs or commercial installs or something like that. Like this is a business.
You gotta
deal.
get your bang for the buck.
Well, and it's huge. This is a huge deal. I mean, he'll be plastered all over everything. Everybody's going to want a piece. It's a global. It's a big deal. Global deal. Global brand. And you don't just fly a Bombardier Global 5000 twin jet across the nation for nothing, do you?
Which is a plane, the same one that he's taken in the past.
10 o'clock this morning, 9 Pacific.
You too, Trev. You remember anything this big ever?
Yeah, I was just thinking about the Kawhi Leonard. That was kind of. I was a huge Raptors fan, and partly because of he
Kawhi,
joined.
that was pretty.
And so the buzz when he left, I was pretty upset, but I was pretty invested with the whole.
I don't remember. Now, I'm not a Raptors fan. Mm-hmm. But I don't remember there wasn't this much buzz.
No.
Well, he was, and as Macramella pointed out yesterday too, the situation he was traded.
It's way different.
He didn't really want to.
This
he
is
left as soon as he could.
Otani choosing.
Yeah. Yes.
Our country.
And Roger Clemens. I mean, the Rocket.
The Rocket was
that was
big.
a time too.
I
that was
I was
you're
a teenager
wow.
then. That was a pretty big deal. When they got the Rocket, that was a pretty big.
But arguably not in the window that Shohei is right now with his age and everything else, right?
Roger Clemens came in and delivered Cy Youngs.
He delivered, but he was a little more along his career than Otani. I mean, if you want to,
and he also wasn't stepping up and hitting 40 bombs.
Right. So
that's it's different. This is a full blown swag overhaul, right? If they get Otani, I'm buying all the Otani stuff. It's
see you, Vladdy. I mean, we should be.
Imagine getting an Otani Blue Jays baseball card. Are you kidding me?
Should get working on that home run song today, as a few people.
We'll definitely. I mean, that'll be. I mean, that won't be old school. That'll be, I'll write a bloody song for that one.
Oh, we'll invest heavily. $600 million. It'll be the most expensive song we've ever produced.
All right, so Otani Watch continues. Just a quick update on this. The flight is scheduled to leave Anaheim in 2 hours. Land in Toronto. We don't know who would be on there if it's not him.
Well, that's what I said. 702-899-99.
If this is Drake coming home from some party, I'm going to be pissed.
It's Broberg.
Well, I did the math on it just in case there was. I already looked this up. Just in case we wanted to spin it this way, Baco is 2.5 hours from that airport. Could Campbell be on the move? To Toronto. Bring him back. Their goaltending's not great, so
that'd be a Friday.
That could be something you look at.
Bury the news on a Friday. Hey, that would be it.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. It'd be interesting to see how that goes. 780-218-9999.
We are aware of the sushi reservation as well.
Yeah, we had the sushi reservation.
Right up to date.
Kikuchi's got the sushi reservation. Man, imagine if they were actually thinking so far ahead that when they got Kikuchi, they're like, this is the play to get Otani long term. What if Otani told them, sign Kikuchi and I'll come with?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be something? Chad is in and says, Justin Schultz chose us.
That's on the same scale.
Right on the same scale for sure. Yeah, definitely. All right. With that being said, let's get into your orange and blue breakfast. The Edmonton Oilers and the Minnesota Wild tonight. The Wild playing last night and losing last night. Minnesota rolls in. This is a big game. A 4-point game here, you guys. 4-point game tonight. Yeah. Minnesota rolls in.
Minnesota's playing decent hockey before last night's loss.
They're right there. The Oilers and the Minnesota Wild are battling right now. Special teams-wise, the Minnesota Wild power play is 20th in the league at 18.8%. Their penalty kill is dead last.
Uh-oh.
Well, this is good news for the power play here.
Uh-oh.
I like that in regulation even more. Wild penalty kills 71.1%.
It's a hell of a stat to roll into.
So if the Oilers get 100 power plays tonight, there's a chance they score 29 of them, which would be amazing. Their power play, Oilers power play, 6th in the league at 26.3%. Their penalty kill has been elevated up to 18th now as it remains on a tear with Mark Stewart calling the shots over there. Let's get to your projected lineups for tonight. We'll see what they rolled with in Vancouver last night from a Minnesota Wild perspective. The Orange and Blue Breakfast, of course, is brought to you by Mobile One and Blue Water Lubricants. Mobile One and the Edmonton Oilers. One oil, many champions. If you like your oil as lubey as possible, Mobile One is the answer. They're the lubiest in the biz.
P1 with Mobile One.
Oh, that's a great line. That's a great line. I woke up this morning. The first thing I did, I don't know, it popped up on my phone. I was looking at ordering a bunch of Formula One gear. I think I still have a shopping cart on my phone with like a Mercedes hoodie and hat. I don't know why. I think I still might have been sleeping at the time. But anyway, I got to complete that purchase. Orange and Blue Breakfast from Mobile One and Blue Water Lubricants. Minnesota Wild. And we'll see what happens on the quick turnaround. But last night, this is what they rolled out, at least to start, against Vancouver. Marco Rossi with Kaprizov and Zuccarello, Joel Eriksson Ek, Marcus Johansson, and Matt Boldy. Freddie Gaudreau with future Edmonton Oiler Patrick Maroon. And Marcus Foligno, Connor Dewar, Ryan Hartman, and Brandon Duhaime. Jonas Brodin, Brock Faber, Middleton and Spurgeon, Goligoski, and John Merrill, who had a tough one last night. If they're going to switch something up, maybe there's a lineup change coming on that aspect of it. It was Gustafsson between the pipes last night for the Minnesota Wild. For your Edmonton Oilers, things have been relatively steady as of late, which is nice to see. McDavid between Hyman and the Nuge, Draisaitl with Connor Brown and Evander Kane, McLeod, Fogle, and Matthias Janmark. And then, obviously, the Hamblin line cruising around out there as well. And, the good things with the opportunities that they had. Darnell Nurse with Ceci, Ekholm, Bouchard, Kulak, and Vincent Desharnais. I thought it was a pretty solid game from all six of those guys last time out. Lieutenant Eric, a list of guys who aren't tough enough to play hockey tonight.
Yes, hurts so good. Come on, baby, make it hurt so good. Dylan Holloway for the Edmonton Oilers. And looking at your Minnesota Wild, one Zach Bogosian listed as day-to-day, dealing with a UBI.
Puck drop tonight, set for 7 o'clock, which means our pregame show will get rolling at 5:30 tonight. And then Tommy will have the postgame show following the game here on a Friday night with Edmonton Sports Talk. Lieutenant Eric, your key to a victory tonight. What do you
keep doing? What you've been doing. I mean, they've won in a multitude of ways over the last little while. They had a
every game's different, right?
And even a 5-day break. 5-day break. Pass the test. So keep bringing what you're doing. I think a quick start tonight, especially Minnesota traveling, losing last night. Jump on them, get on them early, much like that Hurricanes game. And I mean, you can't hate the Oilers tonight. I do subscribe to somewhat of Trev's theory. Whenever you see these colors on the opposition, there is a slight, I don't know how it could happen, but you could see Minnesota somehow, some way, kind of stifling them tonight. But I think that the Oilers bring the game that they've been bringing over the last little while, especially the other night against Carolina early on, wear this team down and just, cruise midway through on a Friday night. You could see that, right?
If they lose, they haven't had, hey, Tube Socks is here. What's he got in that bag? Look how much stuff Tube Socks brought today for the hangout. That's the most stuff anybody's ever brought in on a hangout today.
Otani jersey.
Yeah, hangout will be coming up at 9 o'clock. This morning, absolute game day prediction. Boy, this Minnesota penalty kill sucks, eh? I'm going to, this isn't even like a bold prediction, but the Oilers are scoring on the power play tonight. I'll take it to this level. Leon Draisaitl power play goal tonight.
Oh, you're going back to the well, hey?
He
screwed you.
I know. This is, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true, but their penalty kill sucks. Leon's line at even strength was not great last game. Use a power play maybe to get going here a little bit. Connor McDavid is just doing whatever he wants with the puck right now. So there's a McDavid setup to Draisaitl coming tonight on the power play. There you go. That'll be my official game day prediction. Cap and Hunch, you got anything going on with this game tonight? What do you think?
Man, I don't know. Like a lot of people
nervous, eh?
Save the good stuff for the pregame.
Well, yeah, a lot of people are saying, "Oh, what are you gonna say? I'm betting on whatever you're gonna say." And so last game, I was like, "No, I don't want to get into this but for tonight, I don't know. Like the one thing that they got going for them is this isn't the same team like Oilers team that showcased in their first competition or game against the Wild
When
this
we were
year.
at Boston Pizza there.
Yeah, and they lost 7-4 that night, right? Like
that's the night I was like, they're gonna wrap it up. They fell apart.
Yeah, this is not that. Like Ryan Hartman got a 5-point night that night. Kirill Kaprizov was just flying out there. So Marco Rossi got his first of the season as well. The Oilers, they've changed. They're not that team. So will the Wild expect that team tonight? And obviously, it helps for the Oilers' case that they're playing back to back. But the Oilers are going to come out strong. But every time I say that against the Wild, it just seems that doesn't matter. The Wild just, for whatever reason, they stomp on the Oilers. So I like the Draisaitl take. I think Evander is going to score as well tonight.
Okay.
I can see a Kane goal coming.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, and I was thinking Draisaitl and Kane scoring. So maybe it's a low scoring game, but I like Kane. I think he's going to have a big game tonight.
That is your Orange and Blue breakfast for Mobile One and Blue Water Lubricants, the lubriest in the biz. If you want your engine to run smoothly, get it done with Mobile One.
Trap game. I see trap game.
We see the trap games.
Trap game.
But if everybody thinks it's a trap game, it shouldn't be a trap game. Like this, it's a reverse psychology on this trap game stuff. This text is in from Big Dave and says, I'm not even a baseball fan, but I am all in on hashtag Otani Jet News. But guys, we're going to be so disappointed when it's announced John Gibson to the Leafs because Wall is out instead of Otani. Oh my God.
Whatever happens today, this is just, and some people point out this is like tracking Santa. It's the time of the year, right? NORAD's got him up, and you're like, ooh, like this is just lose yourself in the moment.
Santa doesn't come with a price tag of $600
well,
mil.
Yeah, some houses maybe. But
That's live golf money right there.
John Rahm.
That's
tracking John Rahm flying around there.
All right, should we get into Sobeys and Safeway Liquor beer of the week? I'll get the music ready. We got to move the crack pack stuff. We got to get the mic set up. We got beer of the week coming up. Here we go. We got 1 minute and 16 seconds, boys. Let's do it.
Sobeys and Safeway Liquor beer of the week on the Nielson Show, only on EdmontonSportsTalk.com.
Seconds. I didn't see you wave this time. Oh, look at this. Feeding the young one. I like that. All right, 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And it's time for Sobeys and Safeway Liquor beer of the week with, I think it's probably safe to say, the busiest man in the city of Edmonton, Scott Laurie. A standing ovation from Lieutenant Eric.
Yeah, wow.
Man, what's your week been like?
It's been fun, man. Like, it's been a lot of fun. It's been fun to keep up with, trying to, on Twitter and, trying to get. I'm trying to get the beer to as many people as possible.
Yeah, you are.
And it's a lot of fun because people are trying. There's a lot of new people coming to our stores. That's what I'm finding out. Is like they're like, oh, I never been to that. I didn't know that store was there. So that's perfect for us. It's great for us. Yeah, I've got 10 flats in my car right now.
Is that like the last of it? You shouldn't have said that, man. No, that's a risk.
I figure I was gonna do I should do like a scavenger hunt, like take a picture of somewhere close to the store I'm in.
I like that.
But this is the last of it until we get. There's still some in stores, like you'll still find it. There's still some in Calgary. We didn't deplete Calgary completely.
Yeah,
we did bring about 20 flats up. Me and one of my partners from work, so we brought them up and redistributed them yesterday. So yeah, we're trying to get it where we want to sell it. People are crazy for it. It's great beer.
It's a really good beer,
man. The nasties are awesome, but it had to be good beer, right? We've talked about it a million times. The can can be great, the story can be great, but ultimately the beer has to be good, and it is. So people are going back now for their second time. I only bought 2 flats or two 4-packs the first time. I need 2 more, and so it's been a ton of fun. And talking to Alley Cat. We've got an auto distribution coming. Sounds like it's going to hit before Christmas. So
Okay.
they're going to brew it, can it, and then just ship it out to our stores as fast as they get it ready. So
so you're skipping that middle.
we're skipping the middle.
You're allowed to do that, eh?
Yeah, they can send
in
it to
certain
our stores.
situations, eh?
Oh, that's executive privilege.
So they're going to get it to our stores. So fingers crossed, we'll have it just before Christmas.
Imagine it hitting the shelves again right before Christmas. Man.
Yeah.
Well, somebody wants a live tracker on you, so you kind of like watch it
Yeah,
go.
who
like a
cares
jet.
about Otani?
Yeah.
When you can
So
track
be
this
jet.
guy.
Yeah.
Subaru Scott.
When you were driving back up from Calgary yesterday, I said somebody's going to pull you over.
Yeah,
and like hijack you on the way back.
Yeah, right.
The Mad Max take was pretty funny. I heard that when I was driving up. It was,
That was good.
Yeah.
Anyway, this has been absolutely amazing. It's been awesome. So thank you for all the support, everybody. And like Scott said, hoping to have a whole new batch hit the shelves right before Christmas. So.
Yeah, and again, thanks to our store teams. Obviously, like we've had nothing. We've been sold out. In day one, basically, in some of our stores, and our managers and our staff and all of our stores. Just a massive shout out to them for talking to all the customers, being positive, and spinning it so that that when people come in and they don't get it, they're not upset.
Yeah.
So they've been. It's not normal for our store guys to be dealing with this. And, they've been awesome. They've been troopers, like phoning people when it.
Yeah, I know. The one guy's like, "Hey, they called me and said they got my things, and I'm rushing over there right now."
Yeah.
So
we got a great team. We got a great group of managers, great group of stores, great group of staff. So cheers to them.
it's
too.
insane. This has been awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
So next beer of the week. We're moving on.
Oh yeah, here we go. Actually, man, I see this. I remember that.
Yeah. So
I remember. Wait, this is different. What was the other one these guys have? The one that's blue, the blueberry.
Blueberry.
One. Yeah, the blueberry.
Oh, yeah.
So
this is
Babe.
different. Okay.
So that used to
All
be
right.
the McMurray Brewery was where they used to do the Babe.
Yeah,
one,
yeah,
right?
yeah, the
So,
Babe, yeah.
So this is Alberta. So this
Okay.
is the Bear Hill Group. They've released a Alberta. Yeah, it's just so good. So
Trev
this
found that really funny.
best name of a beer ever.
This is the Alberta. What? Oh my God! They named the beer pack Alberta. You're the best, dude.
That's
God.
so good. Yeah. This is the greatest hits pack. So we've tasted. I think we've tasted all of these years before in some other pack or round before, but they've mixed them all into one. Again, as we're getting into Christmas, these mixed pack 12 packs are the way to go.
It is the way to go, yeah.
Put them in your fridge. You got one for everybody. You got a Pilsner, kind of two Pilsners, one's light. We got an IPA, the last best IPA, solid IPA. We're talking to Tube Socks out there, an IPA guy. It's one he's going to really love. And then we've got the Tangerine Dream, which is from the Babe Brewing, which we'll start with. Let's just start with that. It's $22.99 for a 12-pack.
Ooh, that's a nice
It's
deal.
a great deal. $7 off, and you're getting a real kind of mixed
Nice
line
variety.
here.
Yeah.
$7
pack.
off.
$7 off.
Oh boy, that's a good one. You gotta hop on this.
Christmas is coming.
So this beer here, it's like a beer mimosa. A beer mimosa.
Have we had a tangerine beer before?
We have tasted this one once before, but if you've never tried,
Looks like a
this one,
screwdriver almost when you it's just a little bit of orange juice.
It's
orange juice.
really unique. This is really fruit. It's a tangerine fruit bomb.
Smells delicious. The nose on this
Tropical.
is fine.
Mimosa is the best way to describe this one. So this is your morning. This is your morning beer.
Perfect.
If you're off for the holidays, kicking back, and you've
Maybe tracking a jet.
tracking a jet or a Subaru.
Flying across the continent. Yeah, or a
Subaru across Edmonton.
All right, well, cheers to Shohei Otani.
Cheers. Oh my goodness.
That's
if this happens.
Otani watch here. Eh? Oh wow!
Whoa, like that is not enough.
That is something
Isn't
else.
that something else?
That's different.
That is, and that little taste, like that's one you got to go back to.
I think you're right on the mimosa thing. Like it.
A bit of a creamsicle type of. I'm getting something in there.
100%.
Yeah.
I just want to have
maybe
this with French toast and bacon.
It
Yeah.
is like maybe Christmas morning.
Yeah.
If I don't love a mimosa. This is the beer instead. Pour it into one of those tall mimosa glasses.
Put it on the bathrobe. And
It doesn't even, like it's not really tasting like beer to me. It's just like man, this is good.
I don't
that
do the
again.
tangerine flavor all that often. Maybe that's like the surprise of that.
Maybe.
Like we orange regular, but tangerine's a bit of a different.
Yeah, it's a different kind of sweeter
Yeah.
Christmas orange.
Yeah.
Yes,
You're right.
yes,
Yeah.
Orange kind of
Yeah.
flavor. Delicious beer.
Well, that's really good.
Yeah, really, really good. So
Really good.
So that's the Babe Tangerine Dream Lager.
So what is it? It's 3 of each.
Yeah, three of
Okay.
each. Yeah, 3 of each in there. Again, you're getting the Babe. You're getting the Ride or Die, which we'll try next.
Okay.
So this is a light, 95 calories, light Pilsner style, 4%, 4.8%, sorry. And, dry finish on this one. Nice, like this is the number one selling beer in their tap room in Banff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh boy,
Yeah,
I love that.
Again,
This one is, eh?
This one is, yeah. The Banff Ave Brewing. So again, you're getting 4 different breweries with this mix pack from Alberta. It's all part of the same. Campio's part of this.
Okay.
They make great beers all across the province. So
All right.
yeah,
Great pretzels as well in the.
Yeah, Campio's great. Yeah. So ride or die, light lager, 95 calories, easy, crushable. Delicious beer.
All right, well, cheers to Shohei Otani. Otani here.
Sushi, yeah.
Ooh,
delicious. Again, that one's got. We just had the tangerine fruit bomb, so it's got. You're still gonna have some of that lingering on the bottom of your palate. But the back of your palate. But this one here is kind of you're getting some of that hop flavor, hop finish to it, but it's very light. But kind of a hot finish.
Really does clean the tangerine out, like it's just, but a clean
beer. This is one again. If you've got somebody over that, maybe again doesn't really necessarily drink craft beer all the time.
They'll take these down.
Yeah, that Banff Ave is you're gonna pour that in their glass and they're gonna really like it.
No, that's good.
So let's go with the crisp pills next. So this is
one of the most identifiable cans on the shelf.
One of the best cans for sure. You can get this one here. It is their number one beer that they sell. It's just a classic. The can's great. The beer's great. Pilsner style. Again, light, 4.8%. Delicious, crushable, sessionable. All those awesome words that you need right around Christmas time.
Lots of nice little bubbles in here, man.
Yeah.
Lots of bubbles.
Beautiful. Look at that. Just settling.
That's
right?
just beer right there.
It's just a great looking beer. Crisp pills.
Amazing.
Delicious to the last sip. Again, this is an awesome pack. $22.99 for this perfect Christmas. Throw it in your fridge. Buy a couple of these and throw them in your fridge. You got everybody covered. So great beer.
All right. Well, cheers to Shohei Otani, man. This is unbelievable. Otani watch.
Just like I remembered.
Yeah.
Oh man!
And that one when you get that one on draft, that one it translates nice to a can. Really 4%. Again, crushable is the best.
Yeah.
It's always the go-to if you never know what to kind of search out for those that can in that box. Yeah, that's the one.
It's consistent. It's and again the can's phenomenal. Great beers. Okay, so now let's try the IPA. So this one we're kind of ramping up the 6.5%.
Yes, he says strong beer.
Strong beer, tradition, classic style IPA. Very indicative of the style, full of hop. Good. It's got balance. You're gonna get lots of fragrance off of it. It
smells really nice.
Very full. It's gonna really kind of after having some light ones here, the fruit and the light ones, it's gonna light up your palate. You're gonna have lots going on.
Good.
This is one that you really as you get through this beer, more and more the flavors kick into it. Just a real well balanced.
You said this is $7 off this 12-pack.
$7 off.
Dang.
Yeah. It's Christmas. We've got it. We're actually going to be running into the 12 days of Christmas coming up right away. So we do. Haji and his team put together this 12 days of Christmas that we started quite.
How much input does he have on that?
Unfortunately, he's got a lot.
Oh,
we got to give him some credit once in a while. But
we don't. I mean, Haji is technically the worst.
He is the worst.
All he ever does is text our text group pictures of T-shirts he's bought.
Yeah, he loves that T-shirt.
He buys lots of good T-shirts.
He does.
But it's like all he ever does. He never says hi or anything. He's like, check these out. How come you don't have these, idiot?
Well, because
I'm like, come on, Haji. Like,
idiot.
I just.
He's always calling people idiots.
I just spent 2 days with him. I really needed a drink today.
Yeah.
He's hard to deal with.
How many times did he call you an idiot in the last 2 days?
A lot.
Yeah.
Because I like to kind of poke the bear a little bit. It's so easy. But I think if someone didn't know us, they might think that's my name.
Yeah. Exactly.
But yeah, so we've got 12 days of Christmas coming up starting on Saturday. Captain Morgan for $19.99.
You know what?
Hello.
I'm running low,
Hello.
so I will be there. I ran out of last. Mind you, last night I mixed a Spice Box and Diet Coke.
Yeah. Yeah,
Delicious,
ginger's really the only way to go with spiced rum, though. You need.
I usually drink. I used to do the ginger. I'm on the Diet Coke now with the spiced rum.
Interesting.
I am.
Eggnog.
Anyway,
spiced rum.
Yeah,
eggnog?
right. Hilarious joke. So what is it? $19.99 for a 2.6.
So $11 off a 2.6. $19.99. Day one day only.
Which day is this?
That's Saturday.
Saturday. $11 off a 2.6.
$11 off a 2.6. Then we go Sunday. We go Guinness.
Now you're talking.
Now we're talking.
Oh, it's like we're starting for us.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this is great.
That's $10 off. Then we go on Monday. We're going Crown Royal.
Okay.
$22.99.
That's my second choice. Yeah.
$13 off.
What?
Okay. Then we're going Barossa Valley. So Maddie's going to need a little bit of wine.
Okay. Yeah.
$9.99. $11 off a bottle.
$9.99.
What? So these are steals of a deal.
And then we're going Bailey's on the Wednesday for $23.99.
What a week!
$11 off.
So I'm really blown away by this captain's deal here. Like, $11 off. It's like
you got to go every day. So every day go
Buying a flat.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So yeah, we're really starting to ramp it up. We'll have the finishing off the 12 days here next week. We got Scene Points. Spend $125. You can get 1,250 points or a $10 gift card. So if you're not collecting all the points, you just want $10 back. Spend 125, get $10 back. So again, go into our stores, get the 6 o'clock lager, get the Alberta pack. You're gonna leave with a full basket.
It's a win-win.
Yeah, you're saving money.
Win.
Yeah.
Win. All down the week.
12 wins.
Wow. All right, let's go. Cheers to Shohei Otani. One last cycle. Hey, we hit for the cycle.
Darnell Sankey.
How did we not toast Darnell Sankey resigning?
Well, CFL.
With the Grey Cup champions. Their brother, they're running it back.
So IPA, very different. Now your palate's going to start to kind of activate. Yep. You're going to get saliva kind of finishing it off with that bitterness.
But it goes down easy.
Yeah.
Like
And here I am.
It's not bitter beer face.
I swear, boys.
You're an IPA guy.
Well, I was just thinking all 4 of these were delicious beers.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just start with that. And we can say this now because we're in the beer industry. Right? So our takes all of a sudden mean more, right? So, but I think this one might be my favorite of the 4.
Mm-hmm.
Can you believe I'd say that right now?
Another one, yeah.
Yeah.
No
bitter beer
face. No,
No,
exactly.
just
That's
smooth.
the test there, and from him as well.
That is a really good.
It's a really good beer.
That is a really good beer.
It's a really really good IPA. There's nothing like what is that crazy flavor? Nothing like that. If you want the different, the unique, you take the tangerine like that.
I mean this thing's insane.
That
this
thing's
big
insanely
one is,
delicious. Fruit bomb. But that IPA is just a solid IPA.
That's a really good beer.
Yeah, great beer. $22.99 again for a 12-pack. Just a phenomenal.
You just can't stop giving.
I can't.
Like you refuse to.
This guy's going to be driving bottles of spiced rum around on Saturday from store to store.
No, we are loaded.
You got enough spiced rum?
We got a lot of spiced rum.
Everybody always has a lot of spiced rum.
I mean, you need spiced
If I
rum.
ever got into like the like back in the day, I would have loved to have been a smuggler,
a rum runner,
a rum runner. Yeah, I
a
think
real
it would have
pirate.
been, like in the movie Lawless. Remember they were run. They were like, oh, Tube Socks is having a 6 o'clocker right now. Yeah. He bought his own. I tell you, BYOB.
Yeah.
BYSO.
Better than taking them.
Yeah, BYSO. Yeah, but I would totally have liked to smuggle alcohol. I think that would have been fun. You putting it in different boxes and stuff and putting the wrong label on the outside.
Like Al Capone. A regular Al Capone.
Yeah.
Using the tunnels.
Definitely back in the day, I would have been a 1920s gangster.
Wear a cool hat.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
They would have called me Big Dusty or something. Like, you don't want to mess with me, right?
Or Little Dusty.
Yeah. Hilarious twist.
Exactly.
When you meet me, you're like, wow, you're not little at all.
No,
Little Dusty. Smuggling the spiced rum across the border.
Delicious.
From Alberta to British Columbia. How about this? Did you hear we went international with the 6 o'clock lager
I
today?
did hear that.
How amazing is that?
Unbelievable.
Taking
at a footy match nonetheless. Going to see Barcelona at 6 o'clock or lager, fueling them there.
On the way, walking down the streets. My goodness.
That hits.
It just gets better and better.
Yeah.
Let's get into the wrap for William Huff. If you want your place to look as good as ours, get it done at William Huff. They've been doing it since 1972. And you can go williamhuff.com. You can see everywhere that they have wrapped. It's they do a phenomenal job. What are you laughing? Is there a text that you can read?
People just saying, put other things on sale, you coward.
We're like calling everybody out like
everybody
John
wants
Morosi.
their brands on sale.
Yeah, everything on. This one says, sell the 6 o'clock lager in Ryderville. Excellent.
Well, Lloyd, Minster, and I'll be.
you can drive up.
I'll be down on the 22nd. So
straddle the border.
If you can find me in the province of Saskatchewan over the holidays, I'll give you a lager.
Where are you getting those from?
Oh, I will bring them. I will be running the beer into the province. Yeah. It's gonna be great.
What do you got there, Mill?
This is special from good listener's mother, Karen.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Oh wow.
A good listener's mother. This is what is this?
What is going on here?
What do we got?
That's
What
a
a
surprise.
nice little treat here on Christmas. It says the card says ho ho ho, and then inside what is this? There it says Merry Christmas, Jason and your friends, from Karen.
Jason
and your friends.
Jason and your friends. We got cookies. Oh my goodness.
Even one to my wife,
Elizabeth and Marshall.
That's awesome.
My God.
Very good.
Oh, Tammy and there's even me.
The eye
Unbelievable. Oh, this is great.
So good.
Oh, those smell delicious. You know what? Those would go well with this tangerine. That'd be really good. What a day. What a day. What did we learn on the show today, boys? Rick, what'd you learn, man?
Tyson Berry is available on the trade market.
Wouldn't that be something, eh? You thought Otani watch was something.
Hey.
Imagine a plane leaving Nashville coming to Edmonton.
And Tony D'Angelo. So you can get them both on the...
Nah. I'd rather go Barry, UC Saros package deal. Can you dream? I mean, the Jays are about to get Otani. Anything can happen.
Anything is possible.
That would be good. What'd you learn today?
That Otani's basically a J.
Right?
Which
That's what it is. That's what it seems like.
I mean, basically.
If this doesn't happen today, I'm going to bed. I'm not waking up to Monday morning, and then I'm coming in on Monday morning and just losing my mind on the air for 3 hours. So,
and that you're going to love sushi. You're going to be sushi guy right away.
I don't think so.
No, you're going to like it. No, you got, yeah.
I like rice.
Yep.
So that's a start. Or that's the base for most sushis, right?
Yeah. You're going to like it.
But depending, again, he's bringing it
do
in.
they,
Like,
so
I just
can I
want
get
him,
sushi where it's like salmon in there? Or what? I don't know what sushi is. Really,
He wants
boys,
the sashimi as well. Type of
well, I got carried away. Let's be honest.
Start with
I
a
was
nice
just
easy,
like
like
all
a California
fired
roll.
up
A roll,
or
a
something.
California roll.
roll.
Yeah.
Nice and
California
simple,
roll.
delicious.
Okay.
You're going to like it. A little soy sauce.
Yeah, I love
It's
soy
good.
sauce.
If you like rice and soy
Now,
sauce,
my doctor won't like soy sauce because it's very high in the salt intake level.
you're not drinking the bottle. You're just a little sprinkle.
You can get
I
the
do
light.
a lot.
That's
I do
sodium.
a lot.
Yeah.
I do a lot.
You're gonna like it. You're gonna like it.
All right. Well, okay. We learned that. Look, man, the whole show's been Otani Watch, and it has been absolutely amazing. This text is, can Scott bring some out to Sobeys in St. Albert? Did you not do a St. Albert drop-off yesterday?
I did a St. Albert
Is it
drop-off
gone?
yesterday. It could be.
Yeah, probably gone. But.
Dudley texts in, give us the cue for the Sobeys Beer of the Week gift card, you cowards.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's easy. Text us. Text right now. We got 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. And just text in Beer Me. Just text Beer Me to 780-218-9999. You'll go into the draw for a $50 gift card to Sobeys and Safeway Liquor. How about
infamous rum runner Lil Bo Keith?
Oh, that would be good.
Pierre Montenegro, you hit it there.
That would definitely be my rum runner name,
Lil Bo Keith.
God, man, Lil Bo Keith.
Making the newspapers, eh?
Newspapers. And I'm in one of those like 1920s cars, but I'm my size.
Catch me
And
now,
it looks like
coppers.
I'm on Super Mario Kart.
Get the Gatling gun, you know, the whole thing.
You'll never get me, copper. All right, should we do, let's see, text of the day. What do we got, text of the day?
And the plane still hasn't taken off yet, just to... The jet.
No, the jet still hasn't taken off. I'm just trying to dig through the text of the day. Like, I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see. Let's get the sound of the day first, and then we'll get to text
The
of the day. I
jet
mean,
was
there's so many
scheduled to
texts.
take off at 9 a.m. It's now takeoff 9:45 a.m., and this is Pacific time.
So they're flying with Air Canada.
So instead
Sorry, I had to do it. I had to make the.
Love it.
Yeah. I flew WestJet a lot this year. I'll say that, and that was pretty smooth. So, here, this would be your text of the day today. Nash and Whitecourt. Rick, you got that name? Nash and Whitecourt. Breaking. This just in from Toronto Adventure Tours. A CN Tower elevator ride has been booked for a single rider of foreign descent tonight at 9 p.m. Mountain Time. So there we go. Just adding to it. Nash and Whitecourt. That's the text of the day right there. You got a gift certificate coming your way from A&W to Mama Burgers for $9.99 in the month of December. Sound of the day. We got to go back to Lieutenant Eric's 12 Days of Christmas, day number 3. Rick, you okay to? Can you hit this one more time?
Always.
All right. We're always ready for that.
Day 3?
Hang on. Come on. It's day number 3. Here we go. Lieutenant Eric's 12 Days of Christmas.
On the first day of Christmas, EST gave to me a black sedan guy being creepy. On the second day of Christmas, EST gave to me 2 Tombstone Tuesdays and a black sedan guy being creepy. On the third day of Christmas, EST gave to me 3 spa dates, 2 Tombstone Tuesdays, and a black sedan guy being creepy. I must say, and a few people have pointed out, I think the song is starting on day 2.
Oh, what? Really?
Yes. That's why I'm kind of a...
Really? I don't think you're really off there too much.
No, but we might need to...
So
I
this
just
starts
want
into, so this is day 2. Let's listen here. Well, maybe we have to hit it right off the top.
That's what I wait, because in the previous version.
So then we shouldn't wait. We should just hit it right off the top.
Yeah. But the other song I've been using for years had a lead in. That's why. We'll get this right. You love Sushi on
that's
Monday.
true.
We'll,
You're right.
we'll hit day 4 running.
So we'll just have to hit it right off the top.
We'll do that.
Right when I hit go, you'll just have to hit it. Good to know. Good to know. All right. Well, that's pretty much going to do it. What do you think happens with the Oilers tonight, buddy? You think they make it?
Oh, they win.
Oh, look at this. Very confident.
I've always been. I've always been positive. I've always been
glass half full guys here.
Yeah, I know for sure.
You're like 3/4 full.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and if you're not, open another one. Right?
What are you going to do when you go to your car and all that 6 o'clocker lager's gone?
That'll be a problem.
And your hubcaps.
That'll be a problem.
Blame the Russian spa guys.
Yeah. No, I'm sure it's a conspiracy.
All right. So anyway, once again, thanks to everybody for making the 6 o'clocker lager a huge success. We're gonna have more of it out hopefully right before Christmas. Only available at Sobeys and Safeway Liquors. And of course, if you're not yet subscribed to the Beer of the Week podcast, this segment in its own podcast, you can find all details on the EdmontonSportsTalk.com. Just click on the show link, and you'll be able to find ways to subscribe over there. Hangout is coming up. Should be a good one today. Make sure you stick around for that. For YouTube, Trev and Lieutenant Eric and Redbeard from Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, I'm Dusty. Tell your friends about Edmonton Sports Talk. Coverage continues throughout the day, live and static-free right here at EdmontonSportsTalk.com. Take it easy. We'll talk to you later.